Come on, how them feel like them skin too tough to bleed. Also lock me gun, you know James Jones. I make me step like a centipede and take the lead in a war. How them feel like. Come on, it's G Block up in this bitch. What's popping? What you telling me? How you mean? Walk on. How them feel like? That is a thing what we like. Come on, slap the like button and share the stream, all them things there, you hear me? Yeah. Real quick one. A one off. Hey, you know what? I need to update my picture, cuz. I need to update my swing picture, cuz. Come on. Big up. Whoa. Let me give you a little second to roll up in the building. Give a little shout out to the people them. And then we can crack on, mate. Yeah? Come on, big up. All of the them, all of the woman them. Boy. Alright. I'm just setting up my maps. So I could so I can just dip dive and stop socialize. Yeah, man. One sec. Alright. Yeah, man, alright. Big up the people them in the place, man. Walk on. Come on. How you mean? First and foremost, we gotta big up all the Pain Pack franchises out here causing untold agony. Beer pain, agony with a capital H. Yeah, shout out man like J.O.J, Uncle Neji, man like the Imam of Agony, Ghost Speakers Corner. The Pain Pack franchise just can't be stopped, cuz. Yeah, fam. Unstoppable, cuz. Oh, yeah, man. I'll be back when I'm a millionaire, innit? Yeah. I'll be back when I'm a millionaire. And then, you know, we can let the pain keep packing. Jeez. Man like J.O.J, you know.
Yeah, how you doing, man?
Come on. What's going on, bro? What are you saying?
Not much, mate, not much. Since you was live, thought I'd fucking jump on, man. Fucking about time.
Yeah, long time, innit, man? Long time. We not have no nice time. How you been? It's been out there still. Alright, let me big up the people them in the chat real quick. And then we can put some work in. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Eldon, before I big up the people them in the chat, yeah? Have you had a chance to read through the Lucy Colony case? Have you read through the court papers of that?
I have, yeah. Some of it I have, yeah. The actual court papers, yeah.
Woo-hoo! Hey, you know what's mad, yeah? Imagine saying or having all that as evidence against you and then coming out as I'm innocent, I'm a political prisoner. The fuck?
Man, it's fucking the biggest we do, isn't it?
Yeah, man, that's how you know, cuz we're in different times now.
Like, what a play. I mean, you could just go like, you could do whatever you want, and then when you get arrested, plead guilty to it, then just be like, oh, well, I'm a political prisoner, aren't I? And everyone's like, yeah.
You know what's funny, yeah? Even though she says in the WhatsApp message, oh, I'm probably going to get a knock from the police for this, or whatever, I'll just say I was mentally insane and all that sort of stuff. There says, even that, there's no... you had no choice but to plead guilty. Like there was no other. If you would have thought that you would have got much more years. You would have got a big bird for that. What are you talking about? You try to waste the court's time, wasting taxpayers' money to take you to court for a trial when you could have pleaded guilty early and got you could have got your sentence reduced or removed or whatever.
And solicitors don't tell you what to plead either, because that's another one that I'm hearing a lot. They're like,
Yeah, the
usual-
solicitor told her to plead guilty. All right, love.
over. Like, no, they don't. That's not what solicitors do. They, you know what I mean? They just
They
advise
advise.
you to, you know what I mean? Like, they just advise, like, you make the choice. Here's the information. And based on the information, she was like, yeah, I'm fucking guilty, aren't I?
Yeah, I fucking plead guilty, mate. You know what I mean? All right, then let me quickly pick up the people them in the place, man. Before we start going too mad and I ain't shout them out, yeah? Shout out, man, like a couple of bucks. What them feel like? Come on, big up my G's. Come on. Now you're all tight licky. Now smart the sicky. When we ride out, it's Tupac and Biggie. Now you're all tight 2-tier. Keir Starmer, you forgot the tier in there, cuz. It's not 2K, yeah? 2-tier Keir, mate. Yeah, and fam, dash with that, man. And come with a Jeremy Bumper Clark Corbyn avatar or something, cuz. Oh, I'm to some boy. Mad. All tight, half a dibble. Out there trying to snag Top Cat and that, cuz. Free Top Cat. How you mean? Free Top Cat, cuz. Fucking talking about. Mad. Hold tight. Kimmy. Well, go on, Kimmy. What you saying, fam? Come on, big up, Kimmy. They are. Alright, let's see if we got anyone else in there. We got Dell. I say Yaga. Dell says Shabba. Mad. Yaga. Shabba. Scan all type man like scientific method, you know. Oh God. Come on. Mad. The saga continues. Wu-Tang. You hear me? Mad. All tight. Man like El Cid, you know. Well, go on, Sydney. Mad. Alright, man. So, yeah. I ain't done the show for ages, a lie.
No,
I ain't done the show for ages, cool.
You're on it.
Yeah. You know what? Cause like I was saying, man, I got a lot of training that I need to do while I'm at work and all that, man. So obviously, I ain't really gonna be able to do live streams through the daytime and probably even through the evenings as I was still. But today I was on my way. Well, I got a little bit of a drive. It's gonna take over an hour to drive back, and I had finished up my training for the day. You know what I mean, lads? So I thought, fuck it, man. Let's have a little chin wag on the way back, innit, man? Fuck it off when I get home or whatever, innit? You know?
That's fucking right, man, innit? You got a bit of time. But you do a lot of shit, though, don't you? You know what I mean? Working, doing all that shit, training, everything else, trying to fucking slap all the GDL back into their place virtually on the internet.
Mad. I heard the GDL still been crying about Velimus Maximus Decimus the First. Mad. He's still crying about Veli, yeah? Veli. Mad.
Fucking,
Hey.
yeah, they're on it.
Easy, cuz.
Every time something goes wrong, they're like, that was Veli, that was. We're like, someone took down the flag down the street. That was Veli, that was.
That's what I said, man. I'm in the GDL's nightmares, cuz. Oh, sweet. Yeah, man. The pain packs will never end, mate. Never end.
No, it's a lot of the shit that's being said though. A lot of the perspectives that you do take are often aligned with reality, and they don't like that. It's a dirty trick to them.
Yeah, that's it. Facts over feelings. You know what's crazy as well, yeah? That a lot of these people, air quotes, free speech absolutists, free speech advocates, and people that reckon that they surround themselves with people that deal with free speech. They're the ones that want to cancel hurty words which hurt their feelings the most. You know what I'm saying? Like, God damn.
It's racist.
No, it's racist. You can't say that.
They keep calling me words I don't understand.
They called me racist because I called a black man an N-word. Yeah. Okay.
They call it each other. It's not fair. It's like,
I want to say it too. Mad.
I was listening to a stream the other day, and there was a bunch of like people that are like in their 50s nearly being like, well, they say it to each other. I'm like, fuck. I can't imagine how to get me to feel like that.
Drop me out, man. Drop me out. Yeah, man. The world's getting a lot more. Well, it's the, you know what? Yeah, if you was around from previous times, you would know that we've been people persons like myself. I've been speaking about how racist the shit is out here for ages, and that people, because of times of times of peace times, fruition, and people being able to not go without, is the reason why people would tuck their racism and all them sort of shits in anyway. But as you
Yeah,
see now, when it comes to times of austerity, hard times, and so and so, finger pointing and racism will come straight back out.
yes, I was literally talking to my dad about that. We were talking about doing a stream tomorrow, pretty much literally about that, looking at the academic links, which there are many, between how that display how poverty, racism, high levels of crime, it's all interlinked, and it's all about your environment. And if everybody was just a bit happier, if you had a bit more spending power, if you had a bit more political clout, do you know what I mean? Like it used to be. People could work and
Yeah,
have a
okay.
house, a car, and a thingy, and then you take it away, and then the idiots are left kicking the rocks, and they want the easiest solution to their problems. A lot of these people, so they turn straight to
If
racism,
you,
they straight to stereotypes.
alright, there's a guy called Banksy that used to jump on this panel as well, right? And obviously you know about the GDO, Jupiter, Wendy, and Babs or whatever, yeah. And then
Yeah,
so I've had numerous debates with them and others like them about the causes of crime in areas and other people as well, yeah. And the number one thing that I keep saying to everyone was, I don't know how no one else is making a link between poverty and crime, or poverty and any of the other issues that are knock-on effects to poverty. And they're like, just being poor means that you're gonna flipping stab someone. I say, well, so if you look at the statistics for crime, violent crime, and the areas that violent crimes performed in, or high numbers in, or whatever, it's always the poorest areas of the city. It don't matter what race or ethnicity of people live there. Like, it just, as long as there's a big bunch of poor people without enough resources and jobs, and even stuff for to keep the children entertained or minds away, or do you know what I mean, like working on homework clubs, or you know, like things, activities and blah blah blah, then yeah, people do turn to things like crime, violence and other things.
absolutely. And the way that they are intertwined is just so undeniable that people are like, nah, it's because of their skin color, or it's because of where they're from, or it's because of a culture, or anything like that, and they ignore the fact that it's universal. That's what, when you get poverty, it breeds crime, it breeds all sorts of shit, xenophobia. And when you've got at the moment, it's not just necessarily that individuals are poorer than they used to be, but the country itself, the education system's wank. You know what I mean? We had kids had to take years off of that stuff with COVID and everything else. It's all proper mental, isn't it? It's all like go, go, go. Every public service is failing. And so people are like, that's where the racism comes from. That's where the crime comes from. People trying to, do whatever they can. It's mad, isn't it? Like, austerity is the biggest driver of social division. It's unreal.
Not not because not because everyone's broke and everything's broken, but because there's no fucking youth clubs, or there's no jobs and apprenticeships and so on. So lack of business opportunities for entrepreneurs and all that sort of stuff there. It's just because they're black. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, so, these fucking weirdos, man. Oh wait, bro. By the end of this year, by this time next year, you'd have spoke to all the fucking lunatics around here, and then realised that, bro, it doesn't matter. You could argue with these fucking numbnuts for 10 years. None of these cunts are going to change anything.
No, they're not. And I'm just looking now because I had some notes from the show that I was going to do tomorrow and that. And there's the austerity and hate crime in a 2024 study from Science Direct, showing that the local areas hit hardest by welfare cuts after 2010 had the sharpest rise in hate crime. over less affected areas. So before austerity, the rates were sort of similar. So the cut in themselves is what's driving the divergence, because people that wants to get less, they're like, oh, somebody else must be taking more, and then it's like a panic, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, you can hear it then, because people that are probably claiming benefits themselves are claiming about people getting a free ride. It's like, what? What? Hold on a sec. What did you say, mate? It's crazy. But they're getting all this shit for free. And you're like, bro, listen, I'm sure, yeah, if you walked across fucking 1.5 continents and then got in a rubber dinghy to the other place, yeah, you wouldn't be going there to collect no fucking £8 a week or 60 quid a week or whatever the fucking bullshit is that people are getting, and just a free hotel room. But these guys will tell you, yeah, I will do that. I will do that. Yeah, I would. It's free. It's free. You know, you fucking wouldn't. Stop chatting shit, man.
Yeah, it's scientific method.
Got man like science. Well, go on, G.
What's happening? You're all right?
Same, man.
All good, man. What's the chattings?
Nah, no chatting. No, just chit chat generally, bro.
Yeah.
I got a little video. I got, you know how I do, kids. I got a little video. I got 2 videos actually to run through. But one that I covered a little bit, but obviously, true. I'm kind of extra busy nowadays. I didn't really have enough time to do a show in it and get people's thoughts on the situation that happened. But when I spoke to Ghost over the weekend, and he was updating me, he was saying because I was saying that, you see that Tommy Robinson incident with the Nigerian dude that's married to the white old lady.
Yeah.
And they had the grandkids or whatever. I'm saying, I'm saying that there's people in this community, Big Ed, Jupiter, and Hector, who are a black and white couple that has white grandchildren that could have been in the park playing with the grandchildren, that could have been the people that Tommy Robinson was talking about. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's weird that people like that would be supporting any sort of talks like that. And then Ghost was saying to me that Jupiter was saying that the woman and the dude deserved it because there's some fucking lefties or something like that. I said, oh shit.
They'll remix.
What happened? I didn't even see the.
Let me play the Lewis video from TikTok. He explains it a bit better still. Yeah, so there was 2 people. A woman has grandchildren and a new partner who's like the step grandfather or whatever, and him and his brother was in the kids with the in the park with the kids playing. Obviously the nan was there as well because she filmed the video. She filmed the video and put it on her Facebook talking about family times and blah blah blah. These far right lunatics have downloaded the video, removed the writing in family times on it, and kept posting it until fucking Tommy Robinson's posted it saying, "Where's the parents? What the fuck's going on here?"
What, like, making it sound like some strangers have come to the park and started playing with some random kids, like what?
Yeah, just
implying that.
It's implied that they've got no connection to these kids at all, and so you see, like, just to make a certain coloured people look bad? Like, you're going out of your way to fabricate this situation to make just a whole race of people look bad? Like, what the hell?
Yeah.
That is exactly what it is. Yeah. But that guy got through as well, didn't he?
So
that guy, the grandfather in the image. So he's like been described as a doting grandfather, and like Lally was saying, they've gone to the park and all that. Well, since it was taken out of context and uploaded, people in the street have been like, "Are you that wrong?" And from that video, like, "I'm going to come back and slash you up and stuff." I believe that he lost his job as well. He was dropped from the management company that he was working with as well,
and he's got moved from his house as well.
So causing so much misery in some innocent person's life, some good decent person.
some doting, decent grandfather who was taking his time out of his day to enjoy family time with his grandchildren, and then the grandmother was just recording a happy moment and put it on. You know what I mean? Just a happy moment of a grandfather with his grandkids. You know, you don't get more beautiful than that. Not everyone's got that option anymore.
So what's to be said for these people that have purposefully done this? Like, what kind of crime does this constitute?
Well,
do you know what? No one's been arrested for it because what is the crime that they're gonna arrest anyone for? But basically, what it was that the guys had to leave his house. Like JOJ was saying, man, he lost his contract or whatever. He should be taking them to a fucking tribunal for that, definitely. Because how are you sacking me for malicious rumors? That's like,
yeah, that's ridiculous.
Extremely bad as well.
Yeah.
And the other thing I was gonna say was that let's hope and pray that one day someone like Hector is not walking or taking the kids to the park or whatever, and someone filmed him and tries to make out that he's Fox. And then these people are banging down on. Yeah, because like what happened with my man, people knocking on the door talking about, right, you not to bring him outside so we can do him and all that. Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
that's crazy, man. That's crazy that people would be so callous that, listen, they've got a point to prove, they've got an axe to grind, but to put somebody's life in danger and they're basically send their life into turmoil over malicious rumors to make a point about a generic point. Like, come on, don't people have any heart? Like, you're actually going to affect somebody's life and cause them such misery, like, for nothing, man. You can't just wait until there are good examples of bad stuff happening. And even if we were to be biased people, we could pick and choose. And every time a black person does something wrong, we could promote that and say, oh, look at them, they all like this, or whatever. Even that is like a little bit, acceptable, because you're not going out of your way to lampoon somebody and get them into trouble for things they haven't done.
Nah, it's shit stirring though, because like you see, like with them, like they have it on Twitter, X. Yeah, I'm gonna call it Twitter anyway, yeah, because Elon Musk don't like it. Yeah, so on Twitter you'll get videos or accounts say with a racist name, and all it does is post crimes that a black person's done. That's literally all the account does. But what it's doing is trying to stir up hate and emotion or bad feelings.
Yeah. I mean, what I'm saying is, look,
ethnic minorities.
What I'm saying is, maybe I should have said it slightly different. But what I'm trying to say is that's bad enough, yeah. But at least that technically is not going to the extent of causing a specific person any particular, especially a specific innocent person who hasn't done the things. If you just focus on with your biased ways on a particular race and all that, a lot of people do that, So coming to your biases like that is quite normal. But then this thing of going out of your way and knowingly causing an innocent person this level of misery and horribleness in their life, that's just crazy. You have to be a very evil-minded person to do shit like that.
I don't even think, because when it came to Tommy Robinson sharing it to his millions of followers and stuff, I think that yes, you could call that stochastic instigation, because it is, it's creating the environment where violence is very likely to happen without actually calling for it. But he's so blinded by his own prejudice that it's he could and should have fact checked this stuff and been like, but instead he just posted it and was like, what's going on here and all that. If it had just took a little bit of time to go, so I don't even know if it's it is intentional. He is trying to do it for nefarious reasons, but I think that a large portion of it is the fact that he's just so blinded by his own prejudice that that's how he views people. And now we're in a position now where people who have got different color grandkids and shit, like going to the park is not risky. You know what I mean? We saw that. Do you remember that Muslim girl fairly recently that was sort of harassed in a park because she was on her phone? This is now
to her family in another country. They're like, you're filming kids. It's like, what are you talking about?
These are just examples, aren't they? You know what I mean? It looks like this is starting to become commonplace now. I've seen a lot more.
I would have told him to fuck off anyway.
It's mad, isn't it?
Hey, bro, imagine you're in the park on the phone having a video phone call to someone, and someone runs up to you to try. Well, I would have slapped the shit out of you, bro. What are you talking about?
Do you know what I mean?
About filming what?
Thing as well, and depending on how people react and stuff, and but this is where division starts to get seriously caused now, because like people are unable to take their kids to parks and stuff and shit like that, like without being threatened and without being harassed by fucking our biggest dickhead Tommy Robinson. Like the damage is unbelievable, isn't it? And we're going to be dealing with the cleanup for a long time to come.
Man, all right, let me play the video so we could get context of that. Yeah, let it play. You ain't heard that for time, innit? Come on.
Southport happened last year. Out of 899, 41% of them have been reported with domestic abuse. 41%.
Oops. Let me
The UK,
rewind.
where a black man can't be at the park with some little white kids without far-right social media basically saying that this man wants to do harm upon these children. If you want to know if you're being radicalized, this was literally the original post. Like, happy family days out. This man is married to a woman. He's been married to her for 5 years, and these are her grandchildren. And guess what? This guy here, whose name I can't say on this app, he reposted this video. It got 600,000 to 700,000 views, and even though he's been corrected, even though this story is in social media right now,
Yo, you can't say Tommy Robinson's name on TikTok, on the TikTok video. You know that? Your video will get fucking struck. Or you'll get a what's it called? Notification on it. You can't upload for blah blah blah. Oh, it's mad. You can't even say the pussy hole's name, like, let alone it. I mean that even if you're against him, not even as if you're a supporter, even worse. You know what I'm saying?
Did you say Stephen Yaxley Lennon though? I wonder if that
Yeah,
was...
you can say that. You can say that still. You just can't say Tommy Robinson on there. But man, still.
That's mad, isn't it?
Big up the people them in the place, man. Come on. Alright, let me play some more, yeah? Oops, I'm reminded it.
man is married to a woman. He's been married to her for 5 years, and these are her grandchildren. And guess what? This guy here, whose name I can't say on this app, he reposted this video. It got 600,000 to 700,000 views, and even though he's been corrected, even though this story is in social media right now and it has been corrected, literally the comment section is flooded with these are her grandchildren. He still hasn't taken it down. He still has not taken it down. So his name is Alajoan Ayeni, and this is his wife Natalie. And after this video went viral online on far right social media, his music company, his management company dropped him. He lost his job. They have been doxxed. They have been threatened. They have been threatened in the street. This is where we're at in a country. People actually genuinely support people like the man that I was just talking about before, despite...
Hey, let me pause for a sec, yeah? Because, you know, that the other day when I was listening to Ghost's stream, yeah, I did hear big tears going on about people putting up people's pictures in paedophile groups, right? So, allegedly, Easy must have put Taffy, Big Ed Jupiter and Kermit's picture in some paedophile group, yeah? And these men are bawling about it or whatever. But, at the same time, when we told them about this situation here, where people were going to get run up on, yeah, more times a weirdo like fucking Big Ed will be talking about, oh, he's a fucking lefty, you deserve it. So what makes you be absolved from fucking having false claims made against you and your picture put out then? If this guy is allowed to have false claims made against him because it's been made by someone that you support, you fucking weirdo. You got a dickhead, man. Mad still. Like, what the fuck's going on here? You alright?
Yeah, no, I'm used to hearing that, bro. Like, one rule for them, different rule for us, isn't it?
It's mad still, man. Crazy. Alright, let me play something.
The fact that almost every single post that he puts up is debunked. These people are so far radicalized, and this is where we are going in the country. And this man can't be seen with a little white girl without getting millions of views online across multiple social media channels saying that he must be putting harm upon children. Is this seriously where we want to go as a country? Because this is the direction that we're heading in. When it comes to these people who are like, protect our women and children, the call is coming from inside the house, because as The Guardian revealed literally 2 weeks ago, that 41% of the Protect Our Women and Children crowd who got arrested after Southport happened last year, out of 899, 41% of them have been reported with domestic abuse. 41%. The call is coming from inside the house. You guys are the danger to the country. You guys are the danger to women and children. Obviously, at the same time, this is nothing new. This country, the West in general, have had a really good long record of just...
Also, I heard that Tommy Robinson, the citizen journalist, the great citizen journalist as he's known, is also put up a picture of some two ladies that were taking down England flags and saying that these flags need to be got or whatever. It's like, the fuck's going on out here? What What happened to we're protecting the women? We need to protect our girls. We need to protect the women, yeah? 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 I'm trying to get the sniff right.
Isn't it mad though? Like when you so when you look at like for example the auditing crowd at the moment, and with all of the stuff that's been coming out about you know, some of these auditors recently. So we've seen the DP and BBA search history thing, that was weird, and then DJE Media's got a sexual harm prevention order. AJ Audits has just been out with the convicted nonce. I say per capita that this crowd here, you know what I mean, like especially the auditors now, I'd say that the auditors are probably a bigger threat to women and kids than fucking any other group in our society. It's mental.
Crazy. It's just like mad how hypocritical people can be, and just how dumb certain people are, man. It's crazy, man. It's mad. Hey, Science, you want to say something on this one, or I'm gonna let it play? Alright, let it play.
Generally dehumanizing people, but the direction that we're currently heading right now, the content that is currently being manufactured, means we're on an incredibly dangerous path, and this is going to continue because these types of stories, they've got the backing of the media. Not this one specifically, but the
Yo, you're cutting out, bro. Yeah, your shit was cutting out. I think you were saying let it play though still. But go ahead.
manufactured content that is happening right now through social media, then backed up by politicians, then backed up by the media, is at a scale where we're heading for full-blown pogroms in the UK, which already started happening last year after Southport. We're at a point in the UK where a black man can't be at the park. The far right in the UK are now chasing...
Hey, yo, so that's really just the second video, because I recorded 2 videos in one still. But the second video is just about the GoFundMe update that Lewis opened up to try to support them to get a move and all them sort of things there. Imagine that, yeah. Now, because someone's stolen a video from your Facebook, remixed the style that it was posted in, and made it look like you're a danger to children, you lost your job, you have to move, you're at risk of attack in the streets. What the fuck's going on, cuz? That's mad. Crazy. Oh, what the fuck?
Isn't it? It's,
say anything still, bro.
I was just gonna say, well, this is the environment that they're creating, and they think that they're doing so in defense of people, in defense of women and kids, and that. When the reality is, all that guy did was take his kids to the Grand Park. The only thing that they've picked up on is the fact that he's a different colour. But they'll tell you, we're not racist. This isn't about race. It's nothing about that. You know, Tommy Robinson will be like, "Oh, I'm not a racist or nothing." Really? Because you know that assumption that you made was pretty fucking wild. And then spreading it, the harm they've caused. And this isn't going to be an isolated incident. This has happened before, and it'll happen again.
That's why I keep saying, well, I've noticed the shift over to criticizing like Muslims and Islam instead of criticizing people's ethnicity, right? Because, like, as you will hear in arguments, man will say to you, yeah, but Muslim's not a race. Muslim's not an ethnicity, though. Muslim's not an ethnicity. But really and truly, the way that these men are saying Muslims, they mean brown people. I don't mean just Muslims, like, when you say Muslims or whatever, I don't mean Jordan M. And the other, there's quite a few white Muslim dons in this that go not just speakers cool now, but frequent YouTube or whatever. Them man ain't talking about them guys. They're talking about Gold Speakers Corner and the other brown dudes. You know what I mean? Like, or some of the other flipping black dudes of Somali doesn't blah blah blah.
Oh, your connection's going a bit there. I don't know if it's me or you. Oh, there you go. You got it. Nope. But that's the situation we're in now, isn't it? Taking your grandkids to the park, getting lambasted across social media like that, painted out to be the worst kind of criminal, and he did nothing wrong. Just a doting grandfather having fun at the park. Like, absolutely shocking, isn't it? But people will still keep defending Tommy, and the usual suspects will keep saying shit like, "Oh no, it wasn't him. It was his admin. It was this. It was that." It's fucking wrong. And you can tell the people that are doing lip service to it, they're thinking the same things. Do you know what I mean? Because it's obvious and it's blatant, and we all have access to the same level of information. They come to that conclusion because they want to. All right, and what's happening with Veli? Seeing it in the chat about Purple Aki. Saw a meme of him today in heaven squeezing Hulk Hogan's arms. That's a good old bit of British folklore, Purple Aki. Fucking hell. Hey, Smack Salad's in the chat too. He's definitely purple now. Yeah, there he is. The man, the myth, the legend. Fucking hell. Yeah, I saw the more accurate one where they're both in hell. That would make a lot of sense, to be fair. But yeah, no, it's hey, fuck, it is what it is, isn't it? I wonder how many I wonder it must just be a British meme. Hey, how you doing, man? Thank fuck, I was dying up here.
Sorry, G. I just got a phone call still, man. So I had to take it still, man. Yeah, I'm back still, man. Sorry. So yeah, we were talking about this, the way that the far right people have moved from making ethnicity arguments to arguments on religion. So these man would just say Muslims instead of saying the P word or whatever.
Yeah, or they'll swap out and like the word illegal immigrant. That's another catch-all, sort of like, you know what they mean.
Yeah, with that, was that so? When I used to do shows about religion, people were saying, a lot of Muslims were saying they wanted an Islamophobia law to protect their religion or whatever, yeah. And I didn't really agree with it, because that you're able to criticize and question faith and all that sort of stuff, right? So, but with on the other side of having Islamophobia law for people being like racist to Muslims or whatever, like using it as a new attack on people's ethnicity or whatnot, yeah, I would agree with that. I would agree with that because, like I'm saying, I can see where people were saying, Muslim this or Muslim that or rah, when they mean something else in it. They really want to say something else in it, but you're not gonna get no pushback if you say, the Muslims do this or the Muslims say that or the Muslims. Do you get me?
Yeah, no, 100%. I mean, that's been Tommy Robinson's 4-point for a while. I remember watching, was it Question Time or whatever it was, and it had like a colour on there and people like that. And yeah, he was just doing this thing where they were like, oh, well, Muslims aren't a race, are they? They're not a race. It's not a race. I can't be racist. And it's like, man, it's this weird sort of thing where they think that they're really clever and they try and push it as far up to the line as they can without actually crossing over it, because they know that it's that cognitive dissonance. They know that it's a negative thing to be associated with. So if they can distance themselves from it but still do the same thing, then they will try to. So they'll just replace a slur with, Muslims, like you say, or they'll say illegal immigrants and stuff. We're sick of if you're outside a hotel and you're saying we're sick of illegal immigrants because we want to protect our women and kids, like that. I mean, for starters, a lot of the people that you're around probably got previous for domestic violence and stuff. You should look at home first. But second of all, they're not illegal immigrants, and they know that they're not. They know they're asylum seekers, and they're not illegal until they're refused asylum. You know what I mean? It's the way it works. So they're just out there shouting whatever they can, catch-all phrase, to put in place for the P word or the N word or whatever it is they really want to say. Like, so I do get it. You know what I mean? It is a mad one though. But they're on it. Like they're going for it at the moment. They're outside shouting at these hotels, just people that are strangers to them. You know what I mean? Surrounded by other strangers, and being like, "Yeah,
And also that's like collective punishment, right? Because again, one person is accused of a crime in court right now, or what? So why does everyone else have to be punished for the crime that this one man done? Some of the people in the hotel have never even seen the dude before. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, never even spoke to him. I have no relationship or anything to do with him. So why is it all of the asylum seekers in the hotels fault or whatever? And also with the hotel backlog, it's the Conservative Party that weren't processing any claims for God knows how many 14 years. So there was even an asylum seeker on Question Time.
Yeah.
His claim went through.
Oh, your signal chopped up a bit there.
Process now. Labour's come back into power.
Oh, you might have to say that again. Sorry, man.
That's 14 years. So I said, yeah, his claim had started. Yeah, his claim started when Labour was in power, first of all. And
nope. Sounds like you're robot in a bit there, mate. Yeah, your signal's not working, man. Is it just me or is anyone else in the chat? Can anyone else hear that? Well, not hear that, more importantly.
My reception, bro. It's my reception.
Is it? Yeah, man, yeah.
Alright, so you can hear me now, yeah? Am I clear now?
Yeah, you are now, yeah, man.
Alright, so I was saying about the asylum seeker that had his.
He's got as many internet problems as I do, and I live in fucking Wales, man. Yeah, I guess we'll never know, eh? That's it. Nope, my old man's on the chat as well. He'll be here in a minute, don't worry.
Yo!
There you go. Boom, how you doing?
Yeah, all good, yeah? You can hear me properly now, yeah?
Yeah, I can now, yeah.
Alright. So there was an asylum seeker that was on Question Time when Labour just won the last election. He was speaking about his asylum case, that he put his claim in. He made his claim when Labour was in power first time. And then his claim's only been processed now that Labour's come back into power now. So that's like basically 15 years of an asylum
all the way through
for one
stories
person.
and everything. Fucking hell.
So if he's got
Mad,
that
isn't
story,
it?
how many other asylum seekers have the same story?
And this is why the numbers keep piling up the way they do. So when you have all these people in a backlog, when you get X amount of more people coming into the country to claim asylum, the numbers start growing exponentially, because in a 14 or 15 year period, you've got people that aren't moving anywhere. So when do you know what I mean? Like, then of course the numbers are going to keep, because if people coming in are going through that funnel, like, you know what I mean, it bottlenecks it, and you're going to have these big, massive, exploding numbers. And that was the problem that we had under the Tories. They just didn't bother changing it. And now that we've got Labour in,
but they've done that on purpose. It was a purposeful thing, isn't it? Because again, it stirs up the obviously any of the right-leaning so and so, it just meant that people were just going to vote for Tories, right? So it backfired on them, innit? Because it's actually pushed people over to reform instead. Because the Tories can't out Nigel Farage. Do you know what I mean?
absolutely. And it's mad, isn't it? All the architects that have been behind the situation that we're in now are the people that just aren't getting the blame, and the people at the bottom rung of the ladder, they're getting all of it, because there's so many factors, like we were saying before, about how austerity and everything else over that period of time causes more hate and division. it causes more crime, it causes, it makes things worse. And that's all we've known for, well over a decade now. And we're starting to see the effects of that.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's crazy still. But it's weird, even though that again with that, yeah, if you ask any of the people that are making these complaints, the reasons for it, they will explain all this shit to you and still put the blame on asylum seekers or someone say, yeah, but we don't want to be. Yeah, but we don't want to be. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, you know that the claims have been taken years to be processed or whatever. But like, what the fuck are you expecting the people that's in a worse situation than you to do? Like, if you can't just leave the country and go somewhere else, how the fuck are you expecting these asylum seekers to do that?
Yeah, exactly that. And and just the idea as well, when you're thinking about asylum seekers, the lack of empathy that has to go into this idea of like, no, we can't do anything about it. It's, that old psychological test of like, you've got 3 kids and 2 chairs. What do you do? Some people will be like, kill one of the kids. Whereas like you could just pull 4 chairs or sit on the floor, or do you know what I mean? There's loads more things you can do.
Let the smallest kid sit on the other kid's lap or something. Fucking hell.
Just anything but kill. Do you know what I mean? Anything but making people suffer.
Mad.
And now you get people like Farage and all that are like, right, we're gonna start, we're gonna make a manifesto that's centered around deporting all of these people. And step 1 is by taking your rights away from you too. And historically speaking, it's never behooved anybody, because that's how you take people's rights away, isn't it? You put one group against another, and you convince them that they're the enemy. And if we remove this layer of rights and replace it with our own version of workers' rights and stuff, if we, replace all that, then you'll be better off. It's never worked like that. It's just people coming after your right.
And it's the biggest finesse and fucking bit of trickery that any person could just fall for. It's so stupid why people would even believe that. So you believe that Nigel Farage is gonna put better human rights laws in place than we already have, or we already work by. Nigel Farage and the Reform Party are going to do a better job than the ECHR at protecting workers' rights and all that sort of stuff there. Because it's mad how these people are against the ECHR or whatever, but only because of their asylum seekers, but not realising all the other protection that comes with the Human Rights Court and all that sort of stuff there. It's like,
well, yeah, do you remember when it was that poem? At first they came for the Jewish people, and then I said nothing. At first they came for refugees. I didn't speak out. And then, they cut the support for the disabled. I didn't do anything. And then it ends up with like, then they came for me.
And it was too late. There was no one left to... Yeah, facts. That's how they do, man. That's how it goes, bro. And then the same people that are saying they don't care about this, that, and the other are going to be the people with the loudest voice when the pain hits. Oh, it hurts! It hurts! Yeah, but then it's like, bro, you're the tramps that voted for Brexit in the first place. So I don't know what the fuck you're even complaining and crying about. Like,
this is it. It's their complicity into it. It's their their ignorance is being used against them, and a lot of people are being their idiocy is being weaponized, and they're being taken advantage of because they don't really understand what's going on, but they are suffering. And because they're suffering, and it's got me dogging. Because they are suffering, they're looking around for people to blame. They're looking around because that's a human thing to do. And then there's people that will take advantage of that, and rather than teach them what their problems are and how to get out of it, so we can unite and do it all together, there's people going, nah, it's those refugees. If they weren't, it's kind of like, do you remember with the Brexit thing? It's like, we're gonna think of all that money we could save if we got out of Brexit, and then it damaged us. And now they're like, think of all the money we could save if we didn't have these refugees here.
still. Or think about all the money that they could save if they fucking tax the wealthy properly and use the money to flipping build the facilities that actually are needed to be flipping replenished and built up in the country. Do you know what I'm saying? That it's funny that these guys are like, but they're patriots, rah 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 rah. But you don't want to fucking put your hand in your pocket to help out the fucking country that's put your do you know what I'm saying? Put you in the position in the first place. Like, you wouldn't be a fucking billionaire if you didn't have the customers in the place to fund your fucking business or whatnot. Like, so I don't really understand how a lot of the people in that sort of position, obviously no one wants to pay extra money or whatever, but if we're going to go with the haves and the have-nots, yeah, then it's going to be flipping beneficial to the majority of the country to take out of the haves pockets than the have-nots, because it's causing more issues in the country.
Absolutely, I 100% agree. It is about the haves and the have-nots, and at the moment, the haves have all of the power. They have everything. They have all the money, and you could literally, when we're talking about taxing them and that, when you use that money, you put it back into public services instead, because people are like, oh, they're going to leave the nation. They're not. Like you say, this is where their businesses are. This is where their money's made, and if you put that money back into being able to create a system that's better for everybody without detrimentally affecting their lives, which they can afford to take the hit. That's why they're the haves and we're the have-nots, because we can't afford to take any more hits, but they can. And so it's only fair. You can't just hoard, because money is a resource for the people. You cannot just hoard all of the resources in your bank and just let it sit there where it can earn you more resources. It's wrong. It's absolutely wrong. And you can have a very privileged, very luxury life in a very safe and secure nation, you know, and millionaires will want that, and that's what makes it attractive. And they want to be able to, you know, live in a place where their money's safe, where there's better public services, where people aren't committing loads of crimes because everyone's looked after. There's less hate and division. It's a win-win for everyone, including the people at the top.
Hey, Joe, a lot of the people that are championing the haves are fucking have-nots. Anyway, like, I guarantee no one in the chat is in the 500 richest families that are the wealthiest in the UK. I can guarantee that without even knowing what you look like or where you come from. But you wouldn't fucking be here typing in this chat if you was from one of the 500 richest families in the UK or whatnot. And you wouldn't be classed as a have-not either. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, so you might even get a six-figure salary or whatnot, yeah? You're still classed as one of the have-nots, mate, because you're not in the in-group of the 500 richest families that have,
but they want to be
more
though.
wealth
They
than
be millionaires.
than the
They're
whole
trying to
of
look
the
after.
nation.
They're like, I can make it. I'll be a millionaire. You know what I mean? Like, so I'll make sure that it's all, you know, these laws. You know, I'll vote for governments that will keep things cushy for them and harder for us, because I'm better than this. I can move up. I can. They've got this illusion that everyone can be wealthy. You literally can't in a capitalist society. There has to be those that earn more, and there has to be those that earn less. There has to be has and has nots. You know what I mean?
You know what it was, yeah? The have and the have-nots thing wouldn't be as much as an issue if the holes in the net weren't so big that flipping entire families can fall through the fucking holes in the net and end up on the other side of destitute of nowhere. Then maybe it wouldn't be so bad or whatnot. Do you know what I'm saying? People wouldn't be flipping wanting things like a wealth tax and all that sort of bits and pieces, isn't it? But yeah, there's fucking. I drove past a dude today outside train station, was it? It's right in central London anyway. Basically central London train station. The dude, he's just sleeping there with he's got no shoes on. His feet are fucking, he's a white dude, his feet were black. Do you get me? Like, right, he's falling through, he's one of the people that we're speaking about that's falling through the net to the other side. That's probably not even clinging onto the underside of the net right now. Do you know what I'm saying?
That's it. Families getting no fucking thingy evictions. People that are living hand to mouth. People
no
are making
full eviction,
and stuff like that. The disparities are so large. The inequality is so deep. It's not about taking away from other people to make everything else better. It's about reducing that gap in equality to make sure that the bare minimum, isn't sleeping on the streets, dying outside, contracting illnesses and shit. Poor mental health, homelessness, because that shouldn't ever be a case at all. There should always be somewhere for people to go. There should always be a better social safety net, like you say, with smaller holes, so fewer people can't just, so not as many people can just slip through. Because that is the reality in a capitalist society at the moment. We have that, it's people can live in the absolute lap of luxury in palaces wrapped in gold, while other people will freeze to death outside in the street. Like, that's the dichotomy. That's the inequality that we need to close. We need to make sure that our government is serving everybody and making sure that the standard of living is a lot higher than it can be. You know what I mean? The minimum standard of living, because people are dying. Like, it's shocking. People are like, you know what I mean? Mothers are going without food so they can feed their kids because, you know what I mean? They got sanctioned by the benefits and they ain't got an income at the moment. Mouths to feed, bills to pay, cost of living's crazy. Fucking mad, isn't it? I don't know what the end result is.
You know what? Yeah, another thing as well. I see JB type about reform bringing back free speech. Yeah, that's actually quite funny though. Still, because free speech and reform don't even fucking go in the same sentence. Weren't Nigel Farage crying about calling him the other dude calling him saying that he would have been a defender of Jimmy Savile the other day? There no free speech cries then. We didn't hear, oh, it's free speech. Oh, but it's free speech. Free speech. Being there shit. You get me? We heard Nigel Farage crying. Oh, he can't call me paedophile. You know what I'm saying? Oh, well, I should sue him. All that shit, bro. It's a free speech and all that shit, bro. These man chat shit. They don't care about no free speech. They want selective speech, where they can say whatever they want, whenever they want, and you just have to fucking shut your mouth. You get me? Yeah, and say what you can only say stuff what they want you to say or would like you to say. You know what I mean? It's a weirdo use.
It is, man. But, you know, people are gonna people. It's fucking crazy, isn't it? Like, now, the conditions in the country at the moment are crazy. Do you know what, right? Do you know what's really weird, right? I live in Wales and not too far from me. I saw this Facebook post about not too far from me right now. Some gammon has spray painted the St. George's flag, you know, the Turkish patron saint St. George. They've sprayed that on a roundabout in Wales. I think these far right like English folk, they're getting a bit confused. Like, it's madness, man. I don't understand what's going on. I'm like, why is
England now, yeah? He's got to be a proper patriot, innit? If he knows that fucking England and Wales are not the same place and don't have the same flag. You know what I mean?
It's fucking mad, isn't it?
Top level patriarchy, that is.
It's the only reason I'm saying it's gammon to spray is because it's not. It's Wales. It's not. do you know what I mean? It's just, it seems to be there's a lot of this stuff isn't anything to do with being a patriot. It's more to do with prejudice, and it's less about pride and more to do with, you know, like neo-tribalism more than anything. And I'm not, you know.
So what's happened with all these red crosses being painted on every single white surface? Like, who started that?
So some of what's happening at the moment. So I was reading a really interesting article by Hope Not Hate that was talking about. I'll get it up now. That was talking about the real people that are actually, you know, the origins of the Raise the Colours movement and their affiliations with certain groups and stuff. Tommy Robinson's buddies and shit like that. And it's one of those things. I think that people should be able to fly their own flags, but it's a personal choice, isn't it? You know what I mean? And if you want your council to do that, then you and your community can come together and do that. But I think it's just forcing, you know, a certain. I think it's more out of prejudice than pride for a lot of these people. I'm seeing people go to communities that aren't theirs, and they're running flags at polls and stuff, and they'll come back 10 minutes later and be like, "Oh my God, the lefties came and took it." And it's like, no, the people that live there took it down because they didn't want your shit. Do you know what I mean? Like, why are you going to other people's doing this stuff? Like, they're literally coming to Wales and spray painting roundabouts. It's like, what? with the Turkish flag of St. George, with the Turkish ancient paint St. George's flag in Wales on a roundabout. I'm like, bro, it's what? Like, they're getting really confused. It's really weird. But I have seen a lot of other spray paint that's like Ghost has a good post. I don't know if you want to pull that up. There's a couple of pictures of people doing the St. George's cross and with it. It's no.
Turn your camera off, Unks, if you want.
Hey.
Oh God.
So there you
Oh
are.
my God.
Good to see you, Valley, man. Thank you for letting me on. So that's where you are, J.O.
Hey, one sec, yeah. Let me just speak to this person, yeah. I don't know why they're trying to. I don't know why you're trying to jump on this panel. You definitely are not welcome right here. You are a lunatic. So say your hellos, goodbyes, and remove yourself.
You think that's the way that it's going to work? You get to dictate what I am?
Yeah, pretty much.
Obviously.
I would think so. Yeah.
Obviously. That's how the shit goes, bitch.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Nice tomatoes, though. That was a lovely basket of tomatoes. Some real nice stuff going on there.
Yeah, I can't take Kaylee, man, and bullshit, man. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Just, I don't even know why you even tried to jump on, man. Like, no one's mentioned your weirdo scenarios or situations, man. Yeah, like we were saying, man. This what is this new movement with everyone's painting fucking zebra crossings and roundabouts with red crosses?
Somebody said that before. Denmark, yeah.
Put a link in the chat there. In fact, I put it in the private one actually, so you can see it. There's a really good Hope Not Hate article about the people behind the Operation Raise the Colours.
Oh, right. Because painting our country looking like Denmark. What's going on?
Yeah, I don't. You know what? Yeah, it's the thing is, well, I don't mind people having pride in their country, their background, ethnicity, the place you come from, and all that sort of stuff. There, it's more when people are using it to scapegoat others, then that's where it might become a bit more of an issue in my eyes. So you being extra patriotic and say talking about how much you love England, that's not a bother to me. I'm not bothered by anything like that. But if it's to other people, say for instance, like Ghost, he would say that he's English or whatnot. A lot of these people would tell him he's not English. Well, you're not English, you're Pakistani. Yeah. So it's that double-sided.
It is not, isn't it? That's what it's being used for in for a lot of different people that I've seen. It's being used as a way to it's just this sort of a supremacy thing, like, you know, England for English people, and when you know what their definition of what an English person is, you start to realise why they're waving this flag around so much. But there are many people who wave their flag because they're proud of their country. Like, I mean, personally, as a Welsh person, I've got the coolest fucking flag in the world. We've got a dragon on it. Like, you can't beat a dragon. It's just the best flag ever. And I love, I love my flag and everything. But it's one of those things that it seems to be weaponized at the moment. And there's quite a few people that are calling out the actual organisers that are really well-known far-right activists that are, doing it for political reasons.
I think you should try and get a job with Hope Not Hate, man. And if you did, that would be the biggest triggering point ever.
It would be, wouldn't it? It would be.
Hope Not Hate.
No, but I'll say that's why I shared it. That's why I shared that application thing for people, because I was like, "Oh, look, they're hiring now." Because loads of people are going to be like, "Oh, I fucking knew it. I bet he does work for him."
He does work for him. Yeah. These men have been calling me. They were telling me. They told me who Hope Not Hate is. I didn't even know who the fuck Hope Not Hate was. The way that these men were speaking about Hope Not Hate, yeah, I'm thinking they got to be some big pagans or whatever. Then when I googled Hope Not Hate, anti-racist organization, I'm like, this has got to be the biggest comedy ever, right? These men are talking about how much that they're not racist or whatever, but their biggest op is an anti-racist campaigning group. Mad.
that is literally the biggest irony of all. They're like, we're not racist. Yeah, but you do have a bunch of different fascist watchdogs doing stories about you and stuff. Oh yeah, but they're all just lefty propaganda. I'm not on the right though. Fucking stand up to racism is wrong. Okay, so
yeah, we ain't stand up to racism. I'm like, what? Say that. Is that if you said that again? Yeah, because. Mad. Yeah. Great stuff. And you know what as well, yeah, is why you can't read the comment section either. It's because you'll make a statement and these men will type out something that you never said. Like, literally something that you have not even said. I've not even said anything like that. So I don't even know why you would even type anything to do with anything like that.
Do you know, it took me a minute to get used to YouTube, right? I remember the first time I started doing it and I was talking about things like socialism or whatever. And then I would explain what socialism is, what fascism is, what far right means, things. And then at the end of it, someone in the chat would be like, oh, so you're saying Hitler was a lefty? I'm like, no, like, you're You're not getting it. People they're gonna do what they want, aren't they? Like, there's no reaching some of these.
No arguments like that, yeah, just lets you know what level of education people have attained or have achieved for themselves. It's like you're saying, you didn't go university and so on, so you're self-educated, right? You left at school early, this, that, and the other, but you took the time to learn.
Yeah, I tried.
That's the whole different thing.
Yeah. And
These thick cunts are just fucking thick. Even though they might have fucking went to school or whatever, left and got GCSEs or whatever, these cunts are just thick anyway, cuz. They're never gonna do any flipping extracurricular activities that's gonna improve any skills that they got. They're just gonna tell you, no, how about this? Why is it racist? No, we don't want them here. You know what I'm saying? Fuck off, man. You little spazzes. You know, fucking idiots, man.
It's a good impression, though. That was a real good impression, fair dues.
Yeah, that's my GDO impression, man.
Is it?
Yeah, any one of them.
That's
Anyone at the
better
GDO.
Yeah,
That's
take
better
it.
than my AY impression, that is.
But yeah,
Yeah.
no, it is this weird, isn't it? It's this weird willful ignorance, and they're proud of it as well. They're like, I've picked my side. I can't really tell you what side it is though, but you're definitely a lefty. I'm not on the right, and it's like you don't any sense, man. Like, none of it makes any sense. But you know, it's scary, though, isn't it? You know what I mean? People are like that, and you know what I mean. Those are the people that you got to deal with. Luckily, YouTube doesn't represent the country on the whole. You know what I mean? But
And these men will assign you a side as well. They will assign. They told me you're a lefty. I didn't tell them nothing like that. I told them I support anything, or what I do support or don't support. I'm saying like, right, I care more about facts, truth, and fucking humanity. Like, even the same thing when we used to discuss religion, yeah? I used to say to the religious people, but I don't actually care about your religion. I care about humans, innit? Like you as a person, rather than you because you're a Christian, you because you're a Muslim, you because you're a Jew, or you because you're a fucking atheist or whatever. I actually don't give a shit about that. I care about fucking humans. Fucking
it's
living
mad,
shit.
isn't it?
Do you know what I mean?
But we're losing the humanity slowly. It looks like through years of austerity, through years of otherism, through years of certain people being able to paint a certain picture that these other people are just like this, and that nefarious whispering in the ear. We've ended up where we are. Black people can't take their grandkids to parks. You know what I mean? Muslim women can't phone their family while I sat down on a bench. You know what I mean? Like, without people being like, "What are you doing?" Like, it's wild, isn't it? Like, it is proper crazy.
What are you doing? We're coming to get ya. Yeah, fucking hell, mate. It's mad out here, man. You can't
It
fucking
is,
win,
yeah.
man.
Well, the only solution is just keep going, innit? Just keep putting out the counter narrative, putting out the facts, exposing it as it is. Yeah, doing it. Do you know when you were saying about not understanding certain words and that? I remember, I think it was on this panel, it was when I first proper started chatting to Wendy, and she was like, "Oh, you're a lefty." And after about 45 minutes of arguing and avoiding the question, she was like, "No, you're right, I don't know what it means."
Hey, I pick up everyone as well that said hello to me in the chat, yeah? It's true, sorry, I just see Patsy's there. Big up Zara, so earlier. Yeah, so I'm not blanking you, fam. No. Yeah, big up everyone else in the chat as well. Smack Salad, White Tea, and all the new guys from JOJ side. Big up you lots too. All the old school gangsters, pagans and anti. Big up yourselves. Come on.
Our old school gangster following, Glenda. I tell you, don't mess with Glenda. Don't mess with Glenda. She's a star, mate. Smack. We got Smack Salad. Yeah.
Oh, Smack Salad though, man.
My hard
I love
gangsters.
Smack Salad's channel still.
Yeah, it's really good, isn't it? Really good.
I used to use the scope on my shit.
Who's Phantom Prophet? Does anyone? Do you actually know this guy? This been spamming the chat. About
Phantom.
raised.
Yeah, his name's Tom. His name's Tom,
Hello, Tom.
and he thinks that he's a prophet.
Is he?
A
clear
really
prophet?
calls himself like a
Gross.
prophet, but
Okay. A prophet of.
Tom and scientific method have a funny relationship.
Oh.
Yeah, I can bet. Yeah, someone
Alright.
called
On
scientific
to
method,
Tom,
and
yeah.
someone called prophet.
And
Yeah.
then Tom asks me every single day a question about scientific method. Oh, my scientific method, every scientific method. I'm like, I don't even answer these questions now. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you just fucking continuously asking me about science. My brother, you can ask science about science, bro. If you want to ask me a question, ask me about me, innit?
He's put in the chat, like, raise the colours, raise the debate. Be honest, it's not the debate you fear. It's the debate you fear, not the flag. What? That's a twat.
Well, what's the debate? Even to make a statement like that, yeah, imagine JOJ and Neji, yeah. Imagine I've just said, yeah, but I don't care about people waving flags and having pride in the so and so, and all this, that, and the other. And then your next question is that, oh, you're scared to have a debate about flags. It's that you even listening to what the fuck I'm even saying, like? You wonder why I always get fucking triggered on the panel all the time, because like it's like I can literally say in perfect English a formed paragraph, and these men are gonna type something that whole paragraph that was nothing to do with the paragraph that I've just laid out.
This is cool.
It's just the same old type playbook, and they're going to keep running through it and that. So, yeah.
No, I think we should have a debate about the flag, Lou. I think we should have a debate about the flags. I'm going to bring my favourite colours and everything. I think it's cool.
But no, I think this is it. I don't think.
What is it? What debate can you have about the English flag, though? What is the debate to have?
Well, nobody's going to stop us raising our flag.
I need to take this phone call. Yeah, give me 2 secs.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's about that. Nobody's going to stop us raising that flag, but nobody was anyway, were they?
Yeah, this is it. And usually when you get to like November and stuff like that, you'll see a bunch of posts on Facebook being like, "Oh, they're telling us that we can't have our poppies, but we're going to do it." It's like nobody. These things.
Oh, you remember that last year? That wasn't it?
Yeah, but this is they do it every year. It's every year without fail. But the reality is, nobody's telling them that they can't. There's nothing wrong with, you know what I mean, with doing that stuff. People, yeah, if you want to wear a Union Jack top hat, shirt, shorts, do all that stuff, that's sweet. If you want to hang it around in the street, campaign your local council. But I am seeing a lot of these flags being spray painted in places where like they're not needed, and it kind of seems to be sort of have a nationalist undertone to it. I'm seeing a lot of pictures as well of people spray painting a lot of other stuff next to the flag as well, like no Muslim nonces, no, clearly inflammatory, fucking derogatory, dehumanizing shit aimed at a specific group. I've seen like stuff about Islam specifically, about refugees, all spray painted next to this stuff. So some people are using this as it's a sort of like veneer of patriotism, but there's an undercurrent of nationalism about it, and it's wrong. It's weird, and it's got that anti-migrant sentiment and everything else. And the people that have arranged it, when I was reading the Hope Not Hate article, Operation Raise the Colours, organised by well-known far-right extremists. This was only on the 22nd of this month, so it's like 6 days old. But yeah, it's just talking about the key members of it. The far-right group Britain First claims to have provided many of the flags for the Northwest. Britain First so far has donated 70% of its flag stock, because they have flag stocks, right? The local teams in Manchester and the West.
Paul Golding in that, yeah? That's Britain First. I know someone that went to school with Paul Golding,
Yeah.
Yeah, he's from Slate Green, isn't it?
I'm not too sure exactly where he's from, but I know that he's first, isn't it? Yeah.
That's just outside, basically southeast London, isn't it? But
that knobhead in a suit all the time.
So that
idea was it to surround fucking hotels with flags? Which fucking hero had that idea? Yeah, man, it's just pathetic, isn't it? We'll show them how much we hate, and we'll surround them with flags. It'd be like a magic force.
They might think it's a party or something, man. Like, God damn, we're celebrating. The flags up for us and that, yeah? Sweet.
Yeah, what the fuck?
It's also like, so Hope Not Hate with this thing here. So you know where the sentiment's coming from, and you know what's happening, because the co-founder and organizer of the group is long-time Tommy Robinson ally, Andrew Curran, aka Andy Saxon, you know, the former key member in the English Defence League, the leadership body, he was in the leadership bodyguard thing. He's now running security for far right party Britain First. He's been jailed for his part in a racist death. He was once one of 6 men convicted in 2009.
Bless you.
Yeah,
we're not crying, we're laughing. Sorry,
in 2009. Sorry, go on.
Yeah, God, sorry, yeah. So he was one of 6 men convicted in 2009 after a 59-year-old man was crushed to death by a car following a violent brawl in what is being labelled as a racist death. So his ex account links to the fundraising page where he's collecting money to help, to, what is it in quotes here? Help us purchase new flags so we can continue putting them up. He also posted that in the last 24 hours, we have supplied 6 districts with thousands of flags, including Wolverhampton, West Bromwich, Worcestershire, Dudley, Stourbridge, and Staffordshire. So that's do you know what I mean? Like at the very core of this stuff, it's not just a conversation about raising the flags. You've got full-on neo-Nazi affiliated and neo-Nazi.
What's raising the flag to do? What though? Like, I still don't get what is the point of?
Because it's a war, isn't it? Like, it's a war. They're all too fat and fucking useless to join the army, so they've got their own fucking war going on with their flags. It's fucking crazy, mate. Isn't it? Fucking crazy.
Yeah, I still don't see the point of what the meaning. What's it supposed to be?
Well, it used to be. I mean, traditionally, the flags were a rallying point, weren't they, for soldiers? But they're everywhere. There's nowhere you'll be running around. Where do we rally? All these fucking flags. It's crazy. Nah, it's just fucking. It's kids being stupid. That's all it is. Kids being stupid. Kids. And
but not even. But the Operation Raise the Colours that we're seeing across, it's being used by like lots of different auditors and stuff within that community. These stochastic auditors that have got, a lot of their titles are Operation Raise the Colours this, Operation Raise the Colours that. They're fully affiliated to it, and these are the people getting flags and stuff from these groups and stuff. It's not just a group of local people deciding, do you know what, we want to hang some flags up more, so we're going to speak to our council. And this is what they're doing at the moment, is they're trying to make this neo-tribalism run further. They're trying to push division and be like, this is our England, but their version of England. When you look at the organisers and the people that are putting the time and effort in to do this, a lot of them, it's very clear based on their affiliations and their previous convictions and everything else that they think of England in a very nationalist, ethno-national way, don't they? Do you know what I mean? So like that's what this undertone is here. It's not just to make British people feel welcome, it's to make other people feel othered. That's how it's being used, in my opinion.
Yeah, I do think that the majority of people that are walking past the flags or the flag signings, I ain't even really paying attention to it, or I ain't even properly bothered by it or whatever. Like for instance, myself, when I was walking through East London today, and I saw someone that done the zebra crossing with the red crosses or whatever. That's just like, I wonder why they done that. That's it. Just carrying them across the road.
Walk all over that fucking flag, then, do they? I mean, it used to be treated with respect. This flag, people didn't used to fucking wear it like morons do in America. They didn't, we never used to do that. It used to be treated with fucking respect. You wouldn't let it fucking touch the ground or any of that shit. These fucking people are just rabble, mate. They are fucking rabble. They need I tell you where it's going to end, all this, right? This is going to end. These fucking idiots are going to give us all fucking digital ID. That's what's going to happen at the end of this. When these start getting a little bit more fucking rabble-roused, the government's going to introduce fucking digital ID. And we'll all have it because of a bunch of twats like this. Honestly.
Wasn't the conspiracy theory guys against anything?
Oh, he faded out there, mate. He's gone off again.
Oh, so don't accept a digital ID and all this sort of stuff there, because it's the next step towards having a chip on your hand and all that sort of shit there. Did anyone hear about that?
I'm absolutely against it. I'm absolutely against it. I think we'll take up fucking Starmer is quite likely to take up the Chinese method of, with tying in all the AI, all the cameras into AI and fucking live feeds. Everybody's got a social score, And if you're a naughty boy and you misbehave, they'll restrict your travelling rights and stuff like that. You won't be able to fucking buy petrol out of town and stuff like that. You won't be able to fucking go anywhere. That's what's going to happen and I think I guarantee it's because of these people. They'll use this to bring it in. I'm convinced.
Hey lads, I'm gonna have to leave you on the panel or end the show now, still, man, because I've got to run inside to do something quickly. It's gonna be.
No, it's your cool, man. You do your thing if it's your thing, mate.
Yeah. Do you want to stay on the panel, or are we done here now?
That's very trusting of you.
Nah, I'll leave people on the panel all the time, man. Hey, you don't know about G Block, cuz. I'll leave man on the panel all day, mate, every day. Oh, look, we got more customers here now, mate.
How we doing?
We got Mr. Bopper, old type Bops, old type Vendival. Big up, bro. What's going on?
Good to see you guys.
Good?
Yeah, so
Pick up, man.
They
All right, so wait, hold on. Let me introduce you guys. Bops.
I know them. Yeah.
JOJ, Neji, Wendy, JOJ, Neji. Let the chatting
JOJ,
continue.
Neji, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you guys.
Sweet.
So you
Well, where
reckon
you
they
going,
bring
Billy?
this Chinese? Well, hang on, Bops. This Chinese thing, all because of
I'm here still,
people
but
with all the people raising flags. Are you kidding?
Say that again.
What's he moaning
sorry?
about? This Chinese identity thing, and they'll do it because of people.
No, he's saying that people that
Chinese. Oh, I see.
Yeah. So what he's trying to say is that eventually it leads to a restriction more on your rights, and it just
Well,
pushes.
I'd say
further
it's
and
more because of people like yous, with the way
Yeah,
you
sitting
behave
at home,
and what
not
you come out
fucking-
with. Yeah.
Not sitting at home, not protesting. That's us, yeah. We're guilty as fuck.
Well, no, you've got a lot to say, right? You've got a
Yeah,
hell of a lot to say, and anything you do
Right.
say is to put this country down. Anything at all.
Anything.
All right,
at
name
all.
one time where I've done that. Just one.
Oh, she's talking to me.
Either
I'm
of us, I
talking
guess.
to whoever's listening, yeah?
So can you give us one
Not me,
example?
then.
I've just listened to you for like 5 minutes carrying on silly
Oh,
over
no.
a flag.
So what was at what point did we do what you were saying we would do though? Could you give an example of that?
Well, you're calling people who were raising the flag morons and idiots and fools.
No,
Why?
the people we were talking about a certain type of people, weren't we? We were talking about
What
like
type of people are
obviously
you talking about?
well
You're
the
talking about your own type
Operation
of
Raise the
people?
Colours. Well, allow me to expand then. So Operation Raise the Colours, which has been co-founded by a lot of very nasty people.
Oh,
who
no,
are
let me
using
just
the-
put you right there, right? Because it started organically and it was
No,
took
no,
over by
it
these
didn't.
people.
It didn't. It
Yes,
wasn't
it
took
did.
over. It was
Yes, it
Danny,
did.
no,
Get
no,
away.
no. It
Oh,
was
wait, boy, you lead.
founded and is still being run by very well-known far-right extremists.
No,
Yeah,
Yeah.
it makes you a bit of a
So
mug.
co-founder and organizer of the group
that
is
makes you a
Andrew
mug. Why are
Curran.
you
for
being
example.
so
You're the one being
insulting? What's
used.
wrong with
You're the
you?
one being used
So-
coming up here.
Why
talking
are
shit.
you being so insulting? What's wrong with you?
Why wouldn't I? That's
I
what you
don't
came
know
up
what's
for.
wrong with you.
You came up for an
Been dri-
argument. I'm
Have you
giving
been
you.
drinking or something?
I just asked you that before when you first
Yeah?
came up. I could
Anyway,
hear what you said.
Bob, have you got
Something
something
about
to
this
ask
Chinese
these two
slur or
morons?
something, was
Have
it?
you got something to ask these two clowns, Bob?
I've only just tuned in, to be honest. I had it on in the background, but I was doing bits. Like I knew it was about the flag and that, but I don't really know what's being said.
It's not about the flag, it's about people behind the Operation Raise the Colours. So Andrew Curran, who is formerly a key member of the English Defence League leadership bodyguard team, and is now running the security for the far-right party Britain First. He's previously been in jail for his part in racist deaths. And then we have a look at some of the other characters we've got in here.
Yeah, but they ain't like the whole movement, are they? They're just jumping on it, like.
No,
They're organising it here.
they're the founders of the movement, the people that
They're
founded
organising
the
it,
movement,
mate.
that organised it and are currently dishing out flags that go everywhere. Also,
But
nobody
surely
is
the
saying-
media would have been all over that if that was the case.
I'm reading this
Where do you
from
think we got
media.
it
Yeah,
from?
I'm reading
We
this
didn't
from
make it
there.
up.
This is, we're not. It's literally out there. This isn't a. That's what it is. That's what we're telling
Not
you. Not
something we
everybody
just made
raising
up, mate.
flags. You want to do so on your own property. No one cares. You want to wear it. It's fine. No one's. This isn't less to do about the flag, and it's more to do with a publicity stunt by far right groups. And we're seeing
No,
more and more
no, it's
spray
not.
painted. Okay, so you're saying that this movement, Operation Raise the Colours, was not founded or co-founded at least by far right extremists.
No, it wasn't.
I don't
Okay.
believe that either.
That is incorrect.
Explain,
I can name you the people, and I can tell you that they are under observation by far right watchdogs.
Wait a minute. When something started and it's just started by ordinary people, you get the idiots that come in on the sidelines, and I'm sure it's been took over now.
No,
But
they are the founders.
No. It's not been taken over. It's how it began.
You know what
No.
founders?
No.
Yes.
Do you know what founders means, Wendy?
What?
But the media
know what
would have been all
founders-
over that. That would
Don't
be
ask
common
me
knowledge
stupid
by now.
questions,
They are
all
the
right?
founders.
It is
The
common
movement.
knowledge, Hugh. What's the
It's
matter
not.
with
This
you?
is the first I've heard of it. It's the first I've heard
Well,
of
who
it.
the fuck? Well, I'm sorry,
Yeah,
you're not going
it's
to.
not our
Right?
fault that
You know.
you're not up to date with it, but that is genuinely
Well,
it's
I
really
watch the
dull.
news.
Reading
Like, I watch the
articles
news.
now
I
about
try to stay as informed as possible, and this is the first I've heard of it. I
Which
know
news
that.
to watch, GB.
I know that far
There
right
you
groups have been getting onto it. You know what I mean? But to say that they've founded it, no, because that would be then nobody would be on it. Nobody would
Well, they
be
have,
doing
mate.
it.
No, okay. So
That's-
this is
he's
what
reading
I'm
this
trying to
stuff
tell you
out,
right
mate.
now. So there's nothing wrong with raising the Union flag or the St George's flag, and despite what all these people are saying on social media, it's not illegal to be, proud to be English or British or whatever. You can do that. That's fine. What it is also absolutely true is that not everyone that raised the flag is far right. And then there's another fact that you're sort of negating, that much of this wave of activism has been organised from the beginning by
What is
well-known
the problem
racist
with the flag,
extremists.
though?
Where,
Why do you have a problem with it?
because when the racists and extremists are organising things, you start to question the motives behind it.
It's just
What
explained to you
racist?
what
What
it is.
extremists?
I've just said so. Okay, I'll say his name again.
Well,
This is just one of them. There's several more. So, Curran, sorry, Andrew Curran, Andy Saxon, as he's called online. So
Yeah.
he's the one handling the fundraising for a lot of this stuff. He's the one that was co-founding it. He was part of the English Defence League leadership bodyguard. He's now running security for the far-right party Britain First, and he's also been in jail for his part in a racist death. He was one of 6 men convicted in 2009 after a 59-year-old man was crushed to death by a car following a violent brawl. He is one of the key organisers of this. He's taken up over the funding and stuff. And then we move over. There's Paul Golding is also donating through Britain First.
They've all
They're
picked it up.
donating
They all
75%
picked it up.
of their flag stuff.
They didn't start.
They organ that. Okay, I don't know if you know what co-founding means.
Oh,
Of
but
course
they
I know
obviously
what it means. Stop
created
being
the group.
stupid.
Well, that's why.
Then why are you saying they
how
didn't
it
start it?
occurred.
Yeah,
Well,
so how
they
are you
didn't,
not
because they
understanding that then?
didn't.
You're saying that they
They
didn't
didn't.
start it, and I'm telling you that they co-founded the movement. It's well documented,
didn't.
and it's there. Are you
I have
denying
no
that's
doubt.
real?
I have no doubt that these far right groups are jumping on it because obviously they're going to
No,
love it. It's
no,
like
no.
fucking-
You're doing this thing now. You're doing this
If
thing
I
now.
could
Can we
just
just
finish, if I could just finish, if I
Yeah,
could finish,
before you say
don't want
anything
to
else,
believe
make
it,
yourselves
yeah.
look a bit silly. Can you just Google who co-founded this operation? Could you
Do
read
yourself,
some
mate.
articles
It's all
before you
there.
just
It's all
flatly
there. For a
deny
man
that
who
it happened? Because
For a man
this
who
is
keeps
organized.
himself so informed, you, I don't know how you've missed it, mate. This is for real, man. We're reading
Because
it.
Bob's
Google it.
isn't
Google is your
far
friend
left.
too,
Bob's
Wendy.
isn't far right. Bob's
Google's
is your
your friend
ordinary
as
guy
well.
in the street, yeah?
Google's not a lefty. Google's your
No, I
friend as
literally
well.
just
Oh,
said
but
that.
Google is.
You can use it.
I
Oh,
just
is
said
Google
that
a
that's
lefty?
not the case, Wendy. You're now
Google's
saying
a
things I
lefty.
didn't say and arguing against that.
Did you hear that? Google's a lefty.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Why don't you? I'm not saying like use the
Say it
AI.
again,
I'm saying
Wendy,
use
go
the
on.
articles. You can see
can
the
clip
links.
it.
These people are literally involved, and there are more. It's not just like I don't understand why you're not like. So all I'm saying, there's nothing wrong with raising a flag. I just question a lot of the motives by far right extremists, and when it comes to some of the other
So
stuff that we've
who's the
seen.
far right? Who's the far right in your?
Well,
in your
okay, I'm
view?
gonna. Okay, can you repeat back the name that I read to you
No,
just
no,
before?
don't name them all again because we're just going over the same shit over and over again, aren't we? I'm
Thank you
hearing
for
what you're saying.
recognising that. Thank you for recognising that I actually said the names and we're all just going in circles. Wendy,
Yeah,
because,
it's old Andy
Thank you.
Saxon. Yeah. Yeah.
I appreciate that, Hugh. All right, so at least
would you like
yeah.
more? So from the Britain First, we've got what's his name? Paul
Golding.
Paul Golding, yeah. So he's the one who is supplying a lot of the flags and donations to this as well, and they're handling and lots of their team are also handling it. Let's have a look.
I saw him taking them out. delivering them in the back of a van as well. These, all the posters and stuff. I saw him delivering all those in the
So,
back of the
to
van.
you, to
Yeah.
somebody like you, what does that mean? Yeah.
It means that it means that when we start seeing these flags and stuff being spray painted on the side of buildings, as we have done, with like, we don't want Islam, we don't want this, that, and the other. We know that what they're trying to do is not necessarily make people have pride. They're trying to embolden a certain type of people, and
How
they're
do
trying
you
to
think we've been
alienate another
feeling
type.
for the last 3 years with Palestine flags everywhere?
Why does that
What
make you
does that
disrespect your
have
own
to do with?
flag?
No,
What
we
does
don't
that
live
have?
in
Is
bloody
that?
Palestine for
Hang
a
on a
Is
start.
that?
Wait. Can I make a point there? Can I make a point there?
What?
How do you
What
know?
about
How do you
Islam?
know? Did somebody get nicked for doing that? Where you said they spray painted it and said like all the racist shit? Did somebody get arrested for
No,
that?
no.
No, you can.
So then
It's still
how do
there.
you know
You
that
can see
weren't
it.
an antagonizer?
That's exactly what I'm saying. That's what it's doing. It's pulling the antagonists out. That's exactly what I'm saying.
Yeah, see, that could have been somebody like on the opposite side, and just to say, "Oh, look at what the right are doing." Like,
They're
Yeah,
faking,
it could have been a
yeah,
stretch
they're staging
until proved otherwise. Yeah.
inside of buildings. Okay.
But I don't
Well,
get Wendy
personally,
Wu. Wendy
I'd
Wu.
rather see our flag and not the Palestine flag.
So why do you disrespect it?
So what? Yeah. Why don't
Hang
you
on,
fly your own
Jay,
flag?
Jay, hang on, just give me a second, please. So why do you disrespect the flag so much? Why do you wear it?
Which flag?
Why do you
Which
hang
flag?
it upside down from
Hang
fucking
on, which
trees?
flag?
With the flags that you're putting up.
So I've disrespected the flag, have I?
You people. Why do you do it? You seem to
No,
be
they're
speaking-
not
You
disrespecting it.
seem to be speaking.
what do you
to
mean,
flag
you
raisers.
people, you racist?
Exactly.
You people.
Yeah,
You
know.
people. You racist.
Racist. What the fuck are you on about?
What? You gammon.
Fucking racist.
Fucking gammon. Shut up.
No.
You make up your own
I just-
stories and
I
you
know, I
stick
think
to them.
just-
So
don't
why
you?
do you disrespect that flag? Why do you hang it from trees upside down?
As far
Why
as
do you
I'm
wear it
concerned,
like
no
a
one
fucking
disrespects
raincoat?
it.
Why do you
The
do
only
that? You
people
drag
I've
it
seen
through the fucking dirt.
disrespecting it
I see that
are
happening
people
at
like
every
you who
single
tear
fucking
it down
protest.
and rip it up.
Can I tell
Yeah?
you, Wendy? I served under that flag.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if I'd have treated that flag like that when I was in the army, I'd have got fucking battered. I'd have been fucking battered from arsehole to breakfast time. What a way to treat your own flag. You've no respect for
If
your
you
own
thought
country
the
at
way
all.
you do now
None
when you were
whatsoever.
in the army, I'm surprised you
Bunch of
didn't get
racist,
battered from
disrespecting
fucking dinner
everyone.
time for bedtime.
You say that, Wendy, but he was in the army, and it's not how you're saying it is. It's like, oh, well, if you talk like that in the army, he was himself in the army. My dad's a patriot. He served. He put the uniform on. But because you don't, you know what I mean? It's like, and I do agree with him as well. For a lot of people that say that they respect the flag, they don't really understand what they're doing. They're just dragging it around through the mud, just hanging it up
Right,
to
so
make a
what about
political
people
statement.
like you? What about people like you that like to take it down and then not only take it down but rip
When
it
have
up?
I ever done that? When have I ever done that, Wendy?
Have I ripped
Just
the
like,
flag?
yeah, well,
No,
your
but
father
Wendy, when have I ever done that?
is
When have I ever done
disrespecting
that?
the flag.
Have I seen anyone rip it up? I don't think I've seen anyone rip
I
a flag
have.
up yet. Have you?
Yeah, I have. There's
Where?
loads of videos going about that shit. Like,
Who's ripping them up then?
You lot.
You
When
lot.
have I
Who's
ever
that?
done that? When did this happen? You're attributing a lot to me, and you
Well,
know
the
full
same
well that
time,
your father
the
happened
same
to
time,
serve under
according
that
to
flag.
your father, that I disrespected the flag.
You people.
you people,
You people. You
you
gammon.
fucking people.
You fucking gammon arty.
The fact is, it's all about. I mean, I'd rather see our flags flying than a Palestinian flag.
Yeah, great.
Oh, is that what it's so? Okay.
So
What
this,
upset
but
you about
nobody,
Palestinian
who
flag?
is
You know what
telling
that
you
means,
that you
don't
can't fly your own flag? Who's telling you that you can't fly it?
Absolutely nobody. Nobody has ever said you can't fly.
Well,
that.
the far left.
This is the
but
thing.
you
This is
lot,
like, well,
you
we
lot
need our
don't know.
flag.
No. We laugh at
That's
it.
not even true. Hey, Wendy, you know that's not true, yeah? Because if you was listening, like you had, like I know you was
I don't
from
expect
earlier.
you to like
You
it.
heard-
No, it wouldn't bother someone like
No,
you.
but you
though.
heard, but you heard all of us. You heard me and JLG and Uncle Nedge say, yo, no one cares about people having pride in the flag or whatever. It's when it's being used for nefarious reasons to scapegoat others or to belittle this one or so and so like that. Like, having pride in something is not a bad thing, right? No one's saying that people shouldn't have pride in your ethnicity, your background, or where you come from, or anything like that. It's just that if you're trying to use it to belittle and downtrod
No,
other
to
people,
remind people
then
where
that's
they are.
that's
They're
a,
in
that's a,
England and Britain,
Do
and
you
they're not
think
in
that?
Alright, so do you think
Palestine.
that anyone in England
Yeah.
doesn't know that they're in England? How many people
I
do you
think
think in
sometimes
England
they
don't
do
know that they're in
forget. They
England?
think they're in Palestine. Yeah.
You think that people think they're in Palestine?
You think that some people forget that they're in England and think they're in Palestine?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think they actually think they're in
Wendy,
Palestine.
you're
They don't
They
respect
like
the
look at a
traditions
flag
of
and they go
England, do
like,
they?
"Oh my god,
Okay.
that explains all the fish and chip shops." I get it. Because for a second, I was worried.
Fucking Palestinian.
No, but
Spaghetti people.
there are groups that don't respect the traditions of England, are there? Like,
That's
Exactly.
very separate to.
Yeah, but
again,
that's different to not understand, not realizing that what country you're in, though, right?
yeah, but
And again,
the way
the
you're
other side
wording
of
that
it
there,
is
the
that-
way you're wording that there is just so obvious, isn't it? Obviously, people know they're in England.
well, that's what
Yeah,
Wendy
but
said.
that's the
Look
point.
at the
Isn't it? That's what Wendy said, isn't it? Sometimes
That's
you
what
think
it'll say on
people
the
forget
ticket.
where they are. So that's
Yeah.
that's why I was like, well, I don't.
Yeah, but I think
I'm
what
not sure
she
that we'd
means,
be able to
what she
find
means
many
is
people
they
that
don't
would be able to
they
say
don't
that
respect
they
the
don't know where they are.
traditions and customs of the country,
That's
do they?
right.
Like,
Why?
So
What do you mean
they
we should
think they're
fit
living
in
in
and not?
another
Yeah, but
Do you
country.
think we should become English and just fit in? And
What do you mean by that,
get the
though?
milk
When you
off
say
the
they don't
road
respect the
and
traditions and
walk
customs,
out for the paper and that.
But they don't want to fit in, do they?
Who's
can you
they?
give an example?
Be
They
specific.
live
Give
in
an
their
example of what
hovels,
you're speaking
and
about.
they're happy living in their hovels.
Who's they?
Aren't they?
Who are they?
In their hovels.
Mm.
In their hovels. Have you?
Mm.
Word.
Who's they? Who are you?
Maybe.
well, people like foreign people who haven't been here too long, or you know what I mean.
No, I don't know what you mean.
No, I
You
don't.
should-
That's what I'm
Well,
saying.
you understand that we have a lot of immigration in this country, yes?
I understand that your people came from immigration in this country. We all
Oh,
did.
here we
That's
go.
correct. That's correct. We're a tiny island, and we built our whole history off the docks. So obviously there was going to be immigration. Obviously,
Exactly. Yeah. So what was your point?
So when you get like fucking mass immigration, which is a completely separate thing, and people just coming over here,
Like-
and then
like when you-
they stay in their own communities and don't integrate, don't get involved with British culture, and then it's going to cause problems, isn't it?
That's not true, bro. I'm from I'm from an immigrant background. Wait, hold on. You know I'm from an immigrant background that comes from Windrush community or whatever, and I'm saying for a fact that- wait, hold-
Go on. Let me
hold on,
finish.
Novo.
Let me answer after though. Go on.
Yeah, you go next year. I won't.
Yeah,
cut you
go
off
on.
or nothing, yeah? But I was saying that. So, and even people from the Asian community, so like Indian, Chinese, or whatever, when the people first came over, they was trying to join in, go pubs, wear suits, speak the way that the people do, name their children English names and all that sort of stuff there, and they were rejected. So they had to build their own communities. People used to get chased, families get burnt out of different estates and all that. So they had to build their own
That would happen. No doubt that would happen. But that would happen in any like human interaction where you've got a group of people that have been raised one way and you throw them into another group of people that have been brought up another way. But however, it wasn't all doom and gloom. And the Windrush generation, in my opinion, is the absolute best example of immigration working, even though it wasn't perfect. But look at ska music, for example. Look at where the skinhead comes from. Where does the skinhead come from? It comes from West Indian communities. It comes from all them white boys that were getting involved with the music. They love the music, and that's where ska music comes from. Without that music, you wouldn't have things like fucking you wouldn't have music as you would have it today, like drum and bass and garage. Without that ska era, which was born from immigration, the Windrush immigration.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
You.
Yeah, but that's the point that we keep saying.
Can I
Sorry,
just?
yeah.
I'm
But
sorry,
that's
do you know
that's
what,
that. I'm gonna let Uncle Nedgy go next year. But wait, hold on 1 second.
Go on,
yeah?
man. Thank you.
That is one of the arguments that we keep making, right? That people came over and tried their best to integrate and so and so. But if they get rejected, of course they're gonna build their own enclaves in their own communities, right? Because you got to understand that side of it as well, right? So there's people that was able to get accepted and blend in and so and so. But there's other people that try to fit in and whatnot, and they were outcasted, like the no blacks, no dogs, no Irish, and
that happens in
so
purely.
you had to.
That will happen in
Yeah,
a
to
purely
build your own.
one race community as well. There'll be outcasts and misfits and people not fitting in with all the groups that they want to fit in. If you had a fucking 1,000 like white people or 1,000 black people that were from a certain part of the world, not every one of them people, and there's no immigration, not every one of them people is going to be happy there, are they? Because that's what being a human is.
When can you?
But the point. But wait. Sorry, go on. I did cut you. Go on.
I'm sorry, but I was going to say, like, in answer to Hugh's point there, when can you can't please anyone or everyone all the time anyway. But I also want to point out, when you're talking about dumping a bunch of people into places and having it, you're talking about it going to shit. In the Orkneys, they've I think it was nearly 700 or 800 immigrants were taken there all at once to the Orkneys. Not many people live there at all. So
where is that? Where is that place?
That's right at the top. Outside, you take a boat
miles away. Best place
from
for
Scotland. Top of Scotland, and then you take a boat.
Scotland, yeah. Go on. I've never heard of it, but go on.
Yeah, it's about 100 miles north of Scotland. So they take it. It's just a tiny little island, mate, and they took a whole bunch of them and put them there all at once. And you know what? Everybody's getting on fucking fine, mate. They're getting on fine. There's no fucking. Nobody's having to fucking pin flags up. Nobody's having to do anything like that. They're all in.
There you go, then. There you go.
Why can't you do it?
Why should we?
Why can't you?
Why should we?
How do you know I don't? How do you know I don't?
Why should we take steps?
You just take the nastiest line of anything you can consider. Is that what you do, Wendy? Why should we? Why should we be nice to people coming here? Why should we be nice to visitors or guests?
Many times.
Imagine knocking on your door. Hello. Why should I be nice to you, you fucker? It's lovely. You're lovely, Wendy.
You're saying that the people up in Orkney are all happy.
Lovely.
I said, "Oh, good for them. How great!"
And I said, "Why can't you do that?" And you said, "Why should I? Why should we?"
I don't want to.
Because you're a nasty woman, probably.
But Wendy,
there's no real reason.
When you put yourself in that position, you're putting yourself in the position of, I don't want a cohesive society that works for everyone.
Yeah.
Oh, is that right?
And yes, it is. That's literally that
So,
is exactly what you're saying. When you say something like, "Well, why should I be welcoming and allow people to be welcomed?"
Who are the ones that do all the terrorist attacks?
White.
In this
what terrorist attacks?
In this country, the single biggest, this is according to MI5 now, the single
what
biggest
terrorist attacks are you talking about?
In the UK right now is far right.
I'm not even going to answer that, Belly.
You're not even listening to the answer.
To answer your question, who does the terrorism in the UK, according to MI5 and all of the counter-terrorist police, the single biggest, largest growing threat in the UK right now domestically is far-right terrorism.
Of course it is. Of course it is.
Because what was your point then? What was your point then, Wendy, when you said
in practice, that's not true.
Hang on. Wendy's justifying terrorism here. Of course, they're terrorists.
Manchester Arena, Lee Rigby, Borough Market. The list is fucking endless, and you want us to have
endless.
Forget.
I'm telling you what MI5 and counter policing are telling you.
I don't care what MI5.
You got a screenshot of that,
there you go.
You got a screenshot that you can share. That.
It's more than the fucking government.
Show on the screenshot.
Hang on, there was no Borough Market attack. Lee Rigby wasn't murdered on the streets of Woolwich, and the Manchester Arena bomb didn't go off. Is that correct?
So that's 3.
And
no one said that it didn't happen.
There
what
was no 7-7, correct?
Yeah, but no one's not said that none of these events didn't happen. That's not the point. Like, I don't really.
I know, like, nobody's denying it. Yeah.
He never said none of those. He just said that MI5 as labeling far-right extremists as the largest or the biggest threat to terrorism in the UK at the moment.
It's the single fastest growing threat, is what MI5 is saying. I'm just going to get it up.
All right, cool. Yeah.
No, that ain't what he's saying here. The biggest terrorist threat in the UK at the moment is Islamist terrorism. According to recent assessments from early 2025, Islamist-inspired terrorism remains the predominant threat, accounting for about 75% of MI5's counter-terrorism caseload. The threat mainly comes from self-initiated individuals radicalised online, motivated by groups like Islamic State or Al-Qaeda.
All right,
that in the back there for the Guardian. If you want to put that on, Veli.
I can't do that.
UK terrorist from the far right.
I'm on my phone, so I can't share links.
But Bob's just.
I'm on my phone, so I can't share links.
Oh, can you not? All right, I might be able to present it then, can't I? Let me just try.
If you do a screenshot, I can add your screen.
You see doing this, so you can provide a source that says you're right, and I can provide a source that says I'm right. So
nobody's saying right.
So who's right? Now it comes down to validity
You know what,
of
Hugh,
the source.
this brings
That's
me to
what
the
it comes
point
down
that I
to.
always get ignored over this, though. Hugh, one thing we should be able to agree with, both sides, is that the press are fucking lying to us 100%
Absolutely.
of the time.
Do you know what? Let
So
me
why-
say this now while I've got the chance to say it somewhere. I
Go on,
think
then.
that the government all should work together, but they can't because the press is an arm of the government. But the media should not be allowed to put out false or divisive information. Or no, maybe not. They shouldn't be allowed to put out information that fucking can sway someone's mind. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I'm not disagreeing with you, mate. But this, yeah. And I've said we agree. We agree on that. I think the British press should be British owned. I don't think
it's in the back there, Billy. If you want
I don't think it does any good at all as being all the press being owned by about 2 or 3 fucking people.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Right, my battery's gonna die, yeah.
Interest in,
And I ain't got a charger here still, so
the truth of it
I'm
is
gonna have to jump off and leave you on the
they
panel
can-
for a bit, yeah.
All right, mate.
Yeah,
The
no,
truth of it is,
Sorry,
they
I'm
can
gonna leave you guys on the
sway
panel for a bit,
UK.
yeah. Be nice to each other, right?
Yeah,
No,
these people
why?
are fucking. These people, these disaster capitalists,
Play
that
nicely.
also own the press. They can sway opinion in the UK and make a difference, and they can bet against the UK and make a fucking fortune. They're called capitalists. It's what they do. We need to sort that out. That's something we could both agree on. I'm sure, both sides.
Yeah, definitely. I think about that a lot as well. Like when I read something, like, or I see something on the news, I think you're wording it that way so that people fucking, you know what I mean?
It's all to keep us fighting, so we're not fucking.
Yeah,
getting,
definitely.
So we're not
You
getting
know
onto
my
the
old man. You know
real
my. Well, you don't
problem.
know him, but my dad, he was a black taxi driver. I mean, he was white, but he drove a black taxi. So he done the knowledge of London. You know, I don't know if you know about how to do the knowledge of London. It's like a bit of a long
programs about it. Yeah, TV.
Yeah, it's a bit of a long thing, but right at the end of it, when you pass the knowledge, they said to me, Dad, well done, you've passed the knowledge. Go and collect your badge, and there's one more lesson you need to learn. Go in that room over there. And my dad went in the room. There was a load of the people who had just passed the knowledge, and the geezer just went to them, don't ever talk about religion or politics with your passengers. Go on, you're free to go. And that was the last lesson you learned doing the knowledge. Like,
I believe that.
Don't ever talk about politics or religion with your customers, because it just fucking causes arguments.
Thing is, though, do you not think that's meant to shut us up, Q?
Maybe there is an element of that, but also in practice, look at every time. Maybe not every time. I mean, if you're with a group of people who think the same way you do, then you won't you won't argue about it. But if you walk up to like a random in the street or that and start talking to them, right, which way do you vote? What religion are you? And they're not in the same boat as you, then you've already got something to disagree on, haven't you?
Absolutely. If that's what you're looking for, it's easy enough to start arguments.
Yeah.
All right, I want to ask about the picture or the video, sorry, of the 2 Scottish girls up in Dundee. Have you seen it?
No,
do you know what? I haven't seen much about it. I really don't know.
I don't know nothing about it.
One of them's carrying a like what looks like a meat cleaver. And the other girl is one girl is carrying a meat cleaver and a hammer and a knife, and her sister is screaming, "Get away from my sister! Leave her alone!" And you can't see who she's talking to. It's meant to be an immigrant who's recording the video, and everyone's shocked that the 13-year-old girl got arrested, and I don't understand why. Do you see my point?
I don't know much about it. What I do know is that from what I saw earlier, there was a lot of people saying that at the moment there is quite a lot of misinformation out there, and there's no direct evidence to say that it was or wasn't a certain. Like it's one of those ones. It's difficult, isn't it? Because like Southport,
hang on. Even to me, even if from the video, even if it was a so-called immigrant. Why is somebody wandering around with a meat cleaver and a great big kitchen knife in the middle of the day?
Yeah, and I'm looking as well in the chat, and some people are saying it was a couple with a baby. That she's apparently threatened. I don't know, but yeah.
But yeah, I've seen videos of like all of a sudden we've got Scotland the brave and Scotland the free, and you can't take our freedom. All on the back of that. And I just think that's ridiculous because if we don't want other people wandering around with knives and meat cleavers, well, we've got to expect the same for like us then, like the Scottish girls. They shouldn't have had them neither.
No, you're right. And can you see how easy it is for certain people with certain ideologies to hijack things like that and
they
turn it
certainly
into
hijack this.
a
This is
broader
what I'm getting.
Wait. Sorry, I'm a bit lost. What, the two Scottish girls had the weapons?
Yes.
But there's been quite a bit of misinformation around it, and from what I'm reading now, it was.
So
a
why
couple
wouldn't
with
they get arrested though if they're walking about in public with weapons?
Exactly, Bobs. This is what I'm saying. But they
It
it's
sounds
been
confusing
took
because
over.
it is, but you are up to date. That's exactly right. Yeah, they've been, that's what people are saying. They're like, well, how dare they get charged? I've seen a lot about it. I don't know.
I'll get it.
A lot of information. But yeah, some people are using it as a way of.
I mean, even Elon Musk has said, apparently we've let our children down because they have to walk around being armed like that. No, they don't. I don't know of many kids that walk around being armed with a meat cleaver and a bloody kitchen knife.
Yeah, there are a lot of kids in Dagenham like it, like fucking walking about armed up. But that's all gang shit. Like, did you see that video? I don't want to sway the conversation, but see, God, I don't want to sway. Go on, carry on.
No, you're all right, Bob.
Did you see that video? It was from about a year ago of the kid in the chicken shop, and people were saying, I've got an idea how to stop knife crime. I'll tell you it after if I remember. But there was a kid in a chicken shop somewhere in North London, and they released the CCTV footage. Two boys come in, pulled out a zombie knife. They're like fucking, it's a proper altercation, like. The kid, he's gone bang, pulled out a zombie knife and scared the two of them away. Yeah. Now, what that video shows is what would have happened if that singular kid, if that kid who was on his own, didn't pull out his zombie knife. Would he have got killed by the other two who had zombie knives? Do you get where I'm going with it?
Yeah.
If he didn't have his knife to protect him, then maybe he would have been the dead one. So, if that's the case, then he was right to pull out his knife, wasn't he?
I do see what you're saying, but here's the thing, though. If you're walking around with a knife, then you've got intentions to use it, whether it's in defense or not. So you're going out knowing full well you're going to cut.
Do you know what? What I'll do if I had the choice to stop knife crime, and a lot of people don't like it, but it just makes sense to me. What I'll do is, if you got caught carrying a bladed article with no reasonable excuse, automatically 4 years in the army. You must have violent tendencies, so we need to utilise them violent tendencies to save the country. 4 years in the army. If you stab someone, like if you cause an injury, whether it be murder, fucking just a little fucking GBH or not little, but if you cause an injury to someone, if you cause an injury to someone, then you go to court, you get sentenced, you go to prison for that crime, and then upon release, the army's waiting outside for you. You have to go and do 4 years in the army. You see, if that was the law, knife crime would drop drastically.
Years ago, didn't they used to? I don't know for which crimes though, but didn't it used to be you can go to prison or you can go in the army? Quite.
Yeah, I think that's how my granddad done national service. It was like some. He was caught nicking lead off a roof, and they said you can go to prison or do national service. And
can I add a word about that army thing, mate? Having been there, the army doesn't want people like that. The army's professional unit, mate. Every soldier's got a proper fucking set of duties. No room for cowards. No room for fucking people.
Well, mate, I get that. I get what you're saying, but maybe then a separate, and
maybe
distinct...
some kind of a camp. Yeah, maybe some old.
Yeah. A separate and distinct. Yeah. I get that.
They don't want
some sort of like service based in the community or whatever it is where you've got to, I do understand what you're saying though, about having maybe a different approach. And one thing I will say that here's something that we all definitely agree on. So during the debate about like Lucy Colony, I always try and say Lucy Letby, I get them mixed up, but Lucy Colony, one thing that I do know that both people on both sides agree on is, and they seem to compare them for whatever reason, but we talk about how the guidelines for certain laws just aren't enough to protect us. Like if you look at certain types of offenders, it's, they're getting ridiculously short periods of time. And I think that knife crime and, carrying dangerous weapons on the street, I think they should carry a much heavier sentence. It should be much.
They should. Do you know what happens when someone gets nicked with a knife for the first time? It's a
No.
three strikes, and then you'll get a proper charge.
Fucking
Is that true?
Yeah,
that sounds.
I don't know if they've changed it, but about 3 or 4 years ago, it was that. Like I was talking to some kids, and I said,
Bops, it's changed. So if you get caught with a knife, you get a slap on the hand. If you get caught twice, before you even get, if you're charged, you've automatically got 6 months before you even get in front of the court.
yeah.
So they have changed it, yeah.
I don't
It's
think
too light. Whatever way it is now, it's too light. You know what I mean?
But one thing we can agree on when it comes to certain crimes, certain things that we all agree are really dangerous to the cohesion of a safe society where people want to be carrying weapons and things like that. I think that we do need to start looking at guidelines. We need to start looking at the legal system on a whole and start making it fit, because it's an old style legal system that's been adapted for modern problems time after time. But maybe it's time to just make a new one. You know, have a real look at the guidelines, have a real look at everything else, and really seriously drag it up to date with modern times.
Well, you see this thing about there being a shortage of prison spaces. Not heard any of them. Labour, Conservative, Reform, whichever one you want to talk about. I've not heard one of them make a fucking bold and consistent fucking like a fucking attempt to say we need to build more prisons.
I think we've just given land up in Wales, you know, for fucking super prison.
But like, this is what I'm saying. That should have been the answer years ago. That should have been the answer fucking ages ago. Right? We haven't got enough prison space. We'll build more then.
Yeah, here's another thing I'm sure we all agree with is that when it comes to like everyone's like lack of housing, lack of this, lack of that, build the houses, build more social housing, build more, you know what I mean? Build more prisons, build more hospitals, we've got like a 1940s style thing that, you know, it was set up then, and it's kind of like sort of falling over now because we've got a massive growing aging population. We've got all of the problems that come with a growing population. We've had austerity for ages. People are poor. It's like, this is what the government's job is. They're supposed to fucking do these things for us, build the homes that we need, build the fucking prisons that we need, free up all this space. These problems that we're having feel like they're ancient problems.
When was the last time a prison was built in this country? Was it Franklin? I think. Was it?
I wouldn't know.
I'm looking at the one here. The one in Wales I was on about, I think, is 2017 was built in Wrexham on Berwyn prison.
Right.
Capacity of 2,106 prisoners. I wonder where they put an extra 6. That's the largest prison in the UK, apparently, and the second biggest in Europe. Maybe we're just a bunch of fucking unruly twats, eh?
It ain't that. It's the politicians. They're not representative of the people, even though they say they are. And just because someone says something, that doesn't make it true. That's fucking suspicious to me. All of them are just career politicians. They're in it for the fucking, you know what I mean, for the backhanders and whatever. What do they fucking care?
When they stop being like councillors and they get voted to become MPs, they go through a fucking change. And I mean, they talk differently, and they look at you differently. That's the Israeli fucking influence for me. That's
they got told
finding out
haven't they?
all
in
the Labour Party. Yeah, there was a lot of there's a lot of foreign lobbying groups and things that own a lot of our politicians in ways that we can prove that they do. You know, a lot of people do engage with taking money from these different sources. So politics it's easy to corrupt, I think. And again, I'm sure, I don't know if anyone else doesn't agree with it, but
50% of Starmer's cabinet have taken money from the Israeli lobby. 50% of them.
Yeah.
Why? Why?
I'm sure like 100% of the Conservatives have took money off people too. They're all at it.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, we think that the traditional parties are absolutely, they're not, you know, and there's a few other parties that also fit that profile, but, you know, we need a new system because, you know, this system
and
that we
Labour
have
will
now,
have took money from the bloody unions. I hate unions. Yeah.
Unions are sound, but what should be angry is that there are
everything you have from like every tea break, every fucking work holiday, every worker's rights has come from unions. Let's not knock them too hard.
That was in the days when unions were there for what they were there for the worker, but they're not there for the worker anymore.
United Union done me out of $3,000, but me and my workmates out of $3,000 in our contracts.
No.
I ended up taking them to tribunal and losing. Not Unite. I took my employer to the tribunal, but I lost.
Oh wow!
But that was a union who done that to us. We was meant to be entitled to pay breaks in our contract, but the employer was saying we wasn't. By the time I clocked onto it, I worked out that we was owed about three grand in unpaid wages.
Yeah.
And it was the union who changed the term of the contract, even though that we'd all said, no, we don't want that change. We want the old one. And then it was the union who done it. Like.
Wow.
But
Did you know that was the bloke? Did you find out who did that? I mean,
what they done was they got because for somebody to sign over changes for the workers, they need a union rep. The union rep they got, he was not compos mentis. Like, he was very, very stupid.
Yeah.
And they just got him to sign it over, and then that was it. Like, but yeah, I suppose they're not what they're portrayed to do.
Different days.
But I mean,
you thought we'd have fucking 0 hours contracts. How cool is that? How lucky are we?
Mad, isn't it?
See, these things we could get together. We could get together, and the government could fear us as it's supposed to, instead of us fearing our government. We could get it all back if we.
Yeah, I do agree on that. Yeah.
And the things we disagree on, we should agree to look past.
That's the biggest. That's like, and it's so easy to do that. Just agree to disagree. All right, we're not on the same page there. We'll come back to it later. Like, we'll have another chat about it later, like, or whatever. Let's get the
you and I get on well over a pint, mate. We'd do fine, even though we're opposite ends of the fucking spectrum politically. I think we'd get on fine. We got a lot to agree on, and we're prepared
to agree on the priorities of.
That's it, the priorities. But and that's probably what they love. They think, fuck it. Like, look at all this serious shit we're doing. We'll trip them up over this, right? Oh, fucking, he agrees with raising the flag. He don't. Like, they'll argue for days over that.
Yeah, exactly that.
I mean, Margaret Thatcher wouldn't listen about the council tax, or it was the poll tax then, wasn't it? She soon started listening when everyone came together and they were rioting in London.
Yeah. Fucking hell, they were even rioting. You know, I was up in those things were going on. I was up in Lancashire at the time in, I can't remember, a place called, was it Cone? Just a tiny little place up in Lancashire, and they were even throwing stones up and down the streets there, rioting about the poll tax. It was funny as well.
She had to change it then.
Weird to see it.
Because it was different then. People had differences, but they put them to one side and stood together. But now we just seem further and further apart all the time.
This is it. I think personally, and I know that obviously everybody has their own perspective, but from where I sit, it looks like a lot of people trying to focus, or not a lot of people, but some people in what I would say would be the people that I want to unite with, but they sit on this other side where it's, what about these immigrants? And I'm like, what about the guidelines for sex laws for everybody? What about like the inequality that everybody's experiencing? What about the hardships that people go through? We could unite on all of that stuff, and do you know what I mean? And if we improved the system and we were able to get people to work quicker, get people to be able to pay taxes quicker, get through the process and everything else, then it would make everything so much better. And overall immigration, we would be able, if we upskilled local communities, if we came together and asked, demanded that the government put funding into upskilling local, poorer communities so that people can get trades, we can get back to building a better, bigger Britain, more social housing for everybody, more hospitals, prisons and everything else that goes with it. We can start making people live a better standard of living, because at the moment it's the options are like very, very limited for social mobility. Nobody's able to. Times are really hard. You used to be able to work at a post office, have the same job that would provide for a whole family. You get a car, you'd own a house. Now that's impossible. That's
I see something a little while ago where it was compared with like house prices in the 1980s, the early 80s to now, and it cost like I can't remember what the prices were, but they was fucking ridiculously low. Like, it will cost you like a third of your wages to like fucking for like your mortgage and that, and then like you've paid it off within 5 years and whatever. And I was thinking, fucking hell, like for me, I'm on a minimum. I'm on one of them 0 hour contracts, minimum wage, work in a warehouse. Like fucking rent around here where I am in Thurrock is for a 1-bedroom flat, it's like £1,700 a month. So that's the whole of my wages just to rent a 1-bedroom flat. You know what I mean? Which I don't. I live with my mum, but you know what I mean? It's just impossible. And that's just your rent. That's just your rent. That ain't your council tax, your water bills, your electric, your fucking food. That's just the rent.
I'd hate to be a young fella now, mate, or a young fella or a woman now.
A lot of the people I work with around here, we've got like there's a big immigrant community that like all works like legal immigrants, and a lot of them they can't do it if they ain't with their partner. A lot of them they're like, you know, and it's sad because when they have kids, one of them has to do one shift and the other they'll work. Say for example they work at the same place. One of them will have to do one shift and the other one does the other shift. So they never really get to see each other.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
See, when I was growing up, because I'm retired now, right? I'm lucky enough to be retired. I'm out of the shit. But when I was growing up, one man's wage was enough. It would be enough to buy him a house. Well, to get a mortgage on a house, buy a little car, all that stuff. Keep the missus at home, raising children. That one man's wage used to do that, and it didn't have to be a top man's wage either. You know, just a factory worker.
It's like the bins.
My dad was.
I often look at these big bins we've got now, and I think, well, how the hell did we used to get by on those little steel bins? You know the little steel bin with a lid on it.
Yeah.
And now
look at all the shit you come home loaded up with from the supermarket. Look at the shit that, you know, if you unwrap your stuff, you know what it's like. You've got at least one bag full of shit.
Yeah.
Fucking. Well, I don't know why they're giving it us. Don't need it. Whoever thought about wrapping fucking oranges? They come in their own fucking.
I think that all the time when I go to a vending machine and I see it like wrapped in plastic. And I think, what the fuck, like, have you got no idea, like, you know what I mean? Nature's taken thousands of years to do that for you, and like,
if only they came in their own sort of safe, biodegradable, protective.
Yeah. It's like dog shit, though. It's like dog shit as well. Like, I don't agree with people letting their dog shit on the pavement and think it's disgusting, like, But they've normalised people picking it up into a plastic bag, and then you get people throwing it. So instead of it decomposing in like 7 days, it's there for 500 years.
If you go and take your fucking dog for a walk where other walkers go now, the trees are fucking hanging with them, aren't they?
That's what I was thinking of. As I was saying that's exactly what I was thinking of. Where I live, there's trees, and you get the bags of dog shit hanging from the trees. Where people just launch them up there. They just throw them up there.
Yeah. Fucking people are just horrible, aren't they? They don't give a fuck. And they won't care until their own kids are choking. They really won't. It's going to take that much to wake them up, mate. It really will. They don't care about the atmosphere, the work, the fuck, any of it. And they won't until their own kids are dying.
Well, I hope Starmer's got about 6 months left, and hopefully he'll get kicked out, because I can't see this country lasting much longer.
Can you hear it getting louder? Oh, Jeremy Corbyn.
No.
It's getting louder. I watched a meeting in Leeds, I think. It was yesterday or the day before, where it was about this new party of Corbyn's, and they've all managed to get over their differences straight away, so that everybody who's going to support Corbyn, all the usual people fall out with each other, will look past it.
Yeah, but that might split the vote. It's like with this new Advance party. They're all there to split the vote.
It's not that. I don't think it'll split it. I think Labour's done. I think Labour is
they deserve to be done.
Party of the past now.
Yeah, they've lost like 200,000 plus members and followers since Starmer took over. We on the left are like, no, he's capitulated too much to the right. He's alienated everybody, including us, and we're looking for a new party. Now, the Greens are doing really well, but they're trying to... but with the new party, what they're trying to do is they're trying to say that instead of doing what the Conservatives and Reform did, where they split the right and centre vote between them, what they want to do is they want to be able to have a cohesive party that can work with each other. You know what I mean? So that they won't be, so that the problem of splitting the vote won't happen. But it does depend on the outcome of the Green elections.
That's what does me nothing with these parties, is that they're more they're loyal to the party and not to the job they're doing. It's like that thing. Did you see that thing with that it was at the Greater London Authority, you know, where they're all sitting around the table like questioning Sadiq Khan, and some bloke said to him, he said, it was about knife crime as well, funnily enough, though we was talking about that, but he said like, can't we arrange some like multi-party thing where we all come together and work out a solution for this knife crime? And Sadiq Khan turned around and went, "Where's a rule of thumb? I won't work with anyone from Reform." And I thought, listen to what the geezer's asking you to do,
Oh
and
my
that's your
God.
fucking answer. You know what I mean? Like, regardless of whether you fucking like Labour or fucking hate Reform, like, give them different names, give them parties different names, and put the same scenario in. It's just a fucking geezer saying, "Listen, this knife crime's getting out of hand. Like, let's all the parties come together and think of a solution." And the geezer's answer was, "No, as a rule of thumb, I won't work with anyone from your party." And I thought, my fucking God, like.
He should be out on his arse for saying that.
Yeah, he's another one needs to go as well.
You can't have people do it with that attitude.
No.
Whatever fucking side they're on, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, if you look, I bet if you looked up Sadiq Khan rule of thumb won't work with Reform, I bet if you Googled or searched them words, you'll get the video come up. It was about fucking 6 months ago or something. I see it. I just thought, what the fuck? Like, does he even realise we've all got kids? Like, you know what I mean?
Yo, Extractor, good to see you, bud. Aye.
Well, I don't know what's going to make this country better, but we need something. That's a fact.
Yeah, it's falling on its arse. It's on its arse, man. Yeah, ain't only that. The rest of the world's taking the piss out of us. Like,
well, yeah. When it comes to the fact that Elon Musk keeps putting himself into our politics, I don't like that.
When they when the rest of the world started taking the piss, I weren't even embarrassed. I thought, yeah, you fucking deserve it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Joe, Elon Musk, I've gone the full gambit of feelings with him. He was my fucking hero with what he's doing in the rocket ships and shit and building all them rockets and stuff. I've watched that every fucking stage. I can name all the bits, I can name all the parts it takes to build a rocket now and all that fucking stuff. And then he started getting political. And what a wanker he is. So fuck him.
Very intelligent man, but unfortunately,
he's just wrong think. He's got wrong think.
Anyway, listen, I'm going to shoot off anyway. It was good talking to you anyway.
You too, Hugh. Nice.
Take care. Nice meeting you. My name's Box anyway. This is just one of me, but like, everyone knows me as Box. Fuck a lot. But it was nice meeting you anyway, yeah? Take care. Be lucky.
Too bad. Stay safe.
Right, I think I'm ready to shoot off too. I don't know what Velly wants to do the show or anything, or if you guys are staying on or whatever. But,
I've got to sort my dog out and stuff.
Oh, right. Oh, well.
Well, you can.
No. I swear, if it's doing that, I was just, I'm a bit tired and stuff.
Fine. Love alcohol as well. It doesn't bother me.
You can stay.
I wasn't doing it. But yeah, I don't know what Velly's up to. Do we just leave, or do we? What do we do?
No, you just leave. You turn it off. Yeah.
Sweet. Catch you later. Oh, do you know what? I'm on my laptop and I went to press the screen. Fucking hell. Right.
Yeah. Take care, guys. Take care, Wendy.
Bye.
It could have been worse, eh?
A lot worse, though. Yeah.
Right, yeah. It's good to part fucking friends. There's nothing like it. Take care.
Exactly.
Everybody.
Exactly. Oh, it's just me, myself, and I. So yes, it's quite annoyed me, the video of those two children, because too many people seem to think it's all right that a child of 12 is running around with some kind of meat cleaver and a bloody kitchen knife. No, it's not all right. It's not all right. And I've seen videos where they've painted her up as some sort of Scottish Braveheart and all the rest of it. No one should be running around with knives and bloody meat cleavers. So what is it? Have we all got to start doing that now, have we? No, it's wrong. Andy's turned out to be some Bulgarian, I think, married with a pregnant wife. So I don't know. It's all getting a bit too much. And I don't think anyone can come on because Veli's not here to let anyone on. But yeah, so. But I can agree about some things. But my pet hate is a union. I hate them. For those of you who can remember unions when they had a purpose, that was different. But not now. They've got no purpose. They're just there to get people's money, sit around, do nothing, and tell the governments, give the governments millions and tell them what they want. You know, because I hope you all realise that unions are very powerful entities. You know, yeah. The National Coal Boards Union used to be a powerful one, but hey, you know, their greed put pay to them. There used to be another one as well. The National Union for Railway Men or something. The Railway Union. I don't know if there's still one now. I'm sure there is. I'm sure it's titled it'll go under transport, no doubt. They used to be absolute bastards, they did. No, unions are good for nothing. Oh well. See you then.